medical study on the effects of marijuana use confirms that everyone knows you're high and that you'll most likely never stop feeling like this.
Your parents know you're high. Your friends know you're high. Strangers on the street know you're high.
Welcome to Everyone Knows You're High. Hosted by Uncle Kalei.
You're gonna never come back, you know, all that stupid shit.
And Uncle Erik.
If I could retreat away.
Yeah, you should definitely try that.
This is forever. This is the new reality.
Enjoy the show. Enjoy the show. Enjoy the show. Enjoy the show.
Everyone knows you're high.
This episode is brought to you by Mills Nutrients.
Friendship joint.
Ooh, I love friendship joints. I love rolling joints and friendship. I love friendship.
I love smoking joints. What else? Go for it.
I don't really like smoking them, but I love rolling them. You know, one thing I also don't like is growing weed because it seems so cumbersome and difficult. Knowing what kind of nutrients and products to use, it can become cumbersome, like I said.
Cumbersome is the word for this commercial.
Whoa, wait a minute. This is some fire weed. Who grew this?
Yours truly.
Thought bubble.
Well, you can. If you come
You
by
can hear
our
my thoughts?
Yes.
Oh my God.
You know that, man. If you come by our shop, we can help you out. Mills pays the bills, man. That's all you need to know.
What shop?
Guru's Grow Supply.
Where?
It's in Pearl City.
Ooh.
Majestic Pearl City.
Another one of my favorite things. Pearl City. How long has Mills been providing these high quality nutrients for?
Premium nutrients for 30 years. I've been cracking at it for about 13, so yeah.
Which is pretty crazy because if you didn't know, he's only 14 years old.
Because I was one.
But cool. So I'm gonna roll this friendship joint to celebrate our friendship. I love friendship. And to celebrate our love for millsnutrients.com.
Definitely do it. Millsnutrients.com. Check them out. Mills pays the bills.
Can we do something? 1, 2, 3. Mills pays the bills. Start the show. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Everyone Knows You're High, starring the Grow Guru and myself, Uncle Erik. This week, joining us, or actually this month, probably, it's been a long time since we've done one of these, is Remy Friday, A.K.A. King Remy.
Yeah.
What's up?
How you doing?
In Auntie's garage.
Where's Auntie at?
Upstairs.
Oh, I was going to lie for her and say she's gone, but you're just going to blow up her spot and say she's up right upstairs.
Yeah, she's upstairs.
Cool. But, and we also got Turtle Doves behind the scenes pressing the buttons.
My guy right there, my sound guy.
Sound dude and video dude tonight because our usual producer, Bud Naked, is out.
Yeah, he earned
celebrating his son's birthday,
Naked.
So all good. We miss you.
Happy birthday.
Oh, Jinx.
I've been wanting to meet that guy.
Bud Naked.
Might have to meet him next
And
time.
again, official since we did it after the intro. Shout out to Print Shop Hawaii.
Yep.
For winning the
Congratulations.
bong giveaway that we didn't really talk about much. We kind of mentioned it a few times. If you listen, you know what's up. But yeah, he won. They won.
Woo.
She won. I don't know.
See,
Shout out to
tune
the
in
winners.
quick when we go online, man.
Yeah,
Hell
we'll
yeah.
be giving away free shit.
Who knows what the criteria will be? It might be if you joined first. It might be if you liked first. I
Or
don't
if
know.
you stay on to the last.
Maybe the first person I saw. Who knows?
No,
First
it's like
person to ask
the
an
last
educated
person
question.
on. Like, oh, if you've
That's a
been
good
on.
one. If you
oh,
ask
shit.
an educated question.
Educated to the
Just toss it up
to the
into the
situation
universe.
at hand.
Right.
Yeah, don't ask me no arithmetic or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't know that.
Well, thank you for joining us, and thank you for joining us on live, everybody. We were just talking about taking inventory and the lack of scales and measures.
Deep. Taking inventory on our lives right now. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And
Blunt for blunt.
how much order do you have? You know what I'm saying? Do you live a life of like paying attention to the end, or do you just live like there is no end? You know what I'm saying? It's deep.
There's an end.
I like to live in the moment, but be aware of the future. You know, because you could, like, it's very cliche. You could die tomorrow. That's true as fuck. I've seen people just, like, come off of retirement and croak. So I want to make sure I enjoy the present just as much as I'm planning for the future. If
I
you
feel
save
that.
up a bunch of money and you fucking die, you can't take it with you. So you might as well enjoy that money a little bit while you're here.
I try to be in the moment and present. And oftentimes I feel I use it as an excuse for my forgetfulness and be like, I just try to be in the moment. I don't remember what happened then. I don't know what you're talking
do
about.
try to- I mean,
I'm in the moment. You know?
I be in my head sometimes, though. I try to stay present, though, for sure.
Mhm. It's hard. There's a lot going on. A lot going on.
Oh, this is a big one. This more than what I would have put on the scale. I'll tell you that already.
Oh, yeah?
Hell yeah. This a celebratory blunt. But, I mean,
It's
this
the
is
first
a
one of the
celebration.
podcast.
Hell
There
yeah.
you go.
Hell yeah.
Crack it in.
I was going to ask if, without the scale, do you think you tend to put more or less than you normally would?
Well, usually there is no scale. There is not a situation where there's not a scale. This is one of the first situations, but I'm not gonna freak out. You know, the show just started. You know, maybe this might be.
I ain't gonna be
this is
flipping
a
no
test.
tables.
Right. This is
You-
a test. This is a test. This is a test. I'm really holding it together though.
Okay.
But I absolutely always scale everything that I roll. Always.
Do you want me to not talk about it so it's not being?
Nah, I mean, it's cool. I'm not tripping.
Okay,
I mean,
cool.
I got a couple more to roll later, so maybe. But at the same time, you know, I have a mental budget in my mind. But I'll be alright. At the end of the day, we here. You know what I'm saying? And we got something to smoke at least. Some people don't. So if anything, we just gonna turn up for everybody else today.
Yeah. That's what people
That's a
like
good
about the
plan.
show is joining us and smoking along, hopefully, right? One last question about that. How much do you usually put in a blunt?
Between 1.3 and 1.8 on a regular basis, because I smoke like 4 to 5 blunts a day.
Above quota.
Right. So sometimes, honestly, this summer I need to scale it down to like a 1.2 or 1.3. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But because it's unnecessary sometimes to have that much in it. If anything, I'll just cut down on the frontos that I use, like cut it smaller versus try to fill it. Because it'd be like, oh man, this is a lot. How can I fill this? I don't want to smoke a lot of fronto, so I try to put a lot of cannabis in there versus just cutting that in half itself.
Making a smaller one.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's really just lessons for life.
Paying attention, young folk.
Yeah, dude. You don't always have to roll fat ones.
Yeah.
No. Especially if you're paying for it. Don't show out for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna go home and cry that, like, damn, now I have to wait till next Friday to get a new stash because I wanted to show out to everybody. You don't gotta, you don't gotta lie to kick it. You don't gotta
Totally.
do nothing extra.
And these days, everybody got weed, so it's not
Hey,
like
got
a flex
filters.
to have weed.
What's that? No, you know what's crazy? That advice right there.
You can make some out of these.
A 19-year-old Kalei would be like, fuck, if I...
Yeah, bro.
Oh my
Fuck 'em,
God, I'd
bro.
be so successful
Yeah.
if I just didn't smoke all my weed all the time. Like,
Yeah.
The next paycheck, guess what?
Peacock
Sorry,
show.
Pizza Hut.
So that's your note to future self,
Future
or
self?
your past self, if you future. Never mind.
Holy shit.
Never mind.
Giggity.
Congratulations again to Wahoo Prince. What is it? Prince Shop Boy.
Prince Shopper Boy.
Oh, fucking the
I took 2
fumble.
dabs before we started. My mouth is super dry. I can barely speak.
I took a hot one earlier. I almost died.
Dude, every time I almost die. I've died a couple times.
I try to like set the tone for everybody. I'm like, all right, here you go. Let's just stare at each other for a moment before
Here's
we
the
roll
thing, though.
camera.
The homie Pot
doesn't
Snob
have
had gave me a dab right, so when I do dabs, I can at least check the temperature. Because like the first time I forgot, so I'll sit there and heat it up and have a whole conversation with myself, and then 5 minutes go by like, oh man, I forgot to do it. So then I'm sitting there just burning, not actually doing it. So at least the dab right, the sound comes off when it's ready, like that perfect temperature that you got. You know what I'm saying? So at least I have that as an aid for when I do want to dab.
Have you ever thought of like an e-nail or one of those coil thingies?
I fucking love those, man.
I mean, I got a Puffco too, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. I ain't
The
gonna lie.
Puffco, if you're like on the road and you know you got some dabbing to do, then yeah, 100%. But for home, you got that, dude. If you just at least get the e-nail,
If you're on the road not driving,
Of course,
oh,
obviously.
yeah,
right,
of course.
yeah.
that's exactly what I'm saying.
right? Because that's
I mean, that's an
Oh, you
implication.
can see. I can see myself on. I'm on TV. I should call my parents right now.
Mama,
Made it.
I made it.
I made it. Not maybe where you thought I would make it, but I'm there. You know what I'm saying? It's still televised, nonetheless. But yeah, I would not be dabbing and driving. That's a wild.
Brother Al.
Oh, sure.
Maybe a light one. Maybe on green. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like the color, not the light. Maybe I'll do.
We
a
don't
dab
condone
on red
any
light.
any
That seems
illegal
like
when I'm not
activities here.
It seems like a lot of equipment to be operating while driving.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not really.
It vibrated.
No.
But actually, for me,
You got
anything
water,
extra
electronics.
out of like my actual driving is extra because I drive a manual, so you know what I'm saying. My
Yeah.
hand is on the wheel,
Keeps you
and
busy.
on the stick shift.
So it's harder to.
And plus, there's nothing. And then I got to pay attention to all the drivers, and it's not like everybody here drives amazingly, so I have to like
What?
be. It's like a video game. If anything, I got to think like 3 cars ahead. Like how fast can I get home? All right, let me get out of this left lane because apparently everybody thinks this left lane is the slow lane today. So you know, simple things. So it's a lot of concentration when I'm driving. I definitely am not texting. I already got a playlist playing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing a bunch of music shuffling unless it's with the steering wheel controller thing. So I'm very focused when I'm driving.
That's good.
Hyper vigilant.
That's good. You need to be. You're operating a 2 to 3 ton steel vehicle while other people are doing the same thing, and most of them are on their fucking phones.
Most of them are. I be driving and looking and mugging. Damn, bitch.
Some people are watching TV series on fucking their phones.
Like, don't you dare have a baby on board and then I drive by you and you texting, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's counterproductive.
Yeah,
Contradicting.
That's like when I saw the Defend Hawaii sticker on a truck and they were flicking their cigarette butts out the window. I was like, you could start by just not littering.
I guess the
That's a
only
good
time,
way to defend it.
The only time I don't trip is when it's like a Tesla or something like that. Because I'm assuming maybe that autopilot's on right now. So, you know.
Yeah, but still, though.
They could do
Yeah,
whatever they
true.
want.
They get a little bit of a pass, but stop showing off.
Yeah.
I mean,
We get it.
Matter of fact, show off more. Stop driving at 40. You got a power. You know what I'm saying? You got a spaceship. Go at least 65. Like, what's the point?
But when they do the self-driving, are they allowed to go that fast, or is
Shit,
it
I
like
don't know. Ask Elon.
Elon? I know you watch, bro.
Let me hit
Let
him
me know.
up real quick.
Yeah, yeah.
He sees it.
He follows me on X.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which one we finna spark for? Well, mine, because it's done already.
What is that?
Twitter. It used to be Twitter, but
Yeah, all the
Elon
new
bought
people
it
are
and
saying
made
X now. I mean, that's technically what it's called, but
Some
you
peop-
know, some people are being defiant. Some
Yeah.
people are rebellious people, and they still call it Twitter. But
people
when you
call it
hear
Twix.
X, you kind of Twix. What?
No problem.
What he said?
He said he can roll a dude with the spotlight.
I don't know what that means.
For hash holes.
Hash holes.
We're not doing no.
I can't read that shit.
No, we're doing hash holes today. I was gonna hash hole this one for Al because I saw his post about hash holes, and I was like, I'm gonna do one. But man, we just took those dabs. I say we just cool it down with just regular, and then at the end, if you guys are still around, we'll hash hole this shit.
I got a backdoor joint for y'all right there.
Oh,
I don't do all that extra passing, you know. After COVID, I really only share like the blunt with like 2-3 people max.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And usually they baddies.
We don't want
I
to force
fucking-
you if you're not comfortable to share with us.
No, I am today.
Okay.
For sure.
I was gonna say, but we could definitely share this.
We usually
thankful
warm up
joint.
by like spitting in each other's mouths.
Hell no, dog. What is this? This the Patreon. It's the OnlyFans, bro. I need a percentage. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
me
not
skim off
taking
the
no
top.
spit or spitting in no guy's mouth anytime
That's
soon.
fucking hilarious.
All right. Well, this is our thankful joint, and
So what's this?
yeah, we just light a joint and
No,
talk.
let him just enjoy his blunt. And then,
Nah, this
Oh.
is this. I mean,
no.
Fine. Nah, it's cool, bro. I'll wait.
this is our start thinking about being thankful blunt.
All right. That,
You know what I'm saying? And by the time we get to the end of this, we damn sure gonna have a lot of things to be thankful for. So by the time the thankful joint comes around,
We know
it'll
what to be
simple.
thankful
Ready
It'll
to
be
say
easy
it.
day. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Cool. I got you.
It's the prep for the thankful joint.
Sorry, I was being so aggressive with it.
So
Aggressive with my gratitude. Fucking thank you, man.
We came from the air.
What's happening? I hear some weird shit happening in my headphones over there.
That's a lot of text. I'm glad I don't have to sit there and read that because I words jump at me. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm not sitting there and trying to read
You
that.
can?
know what
Can
I'm
you?
saying?
I can't even see
I
that
can read a
from
little
here.
bit, but definitely not on the spot like that. I'm trying to maintain
I'm kind of
my
good
cool.
at that shit now. After like sitting here and like doing this for a while,
I can't even see
I
it
can
that
skim
clearly.
really fucking good.
Yeah. No.
That thing right there. Who gets it first? You know what? I'm left-handed, so
Yeah,
it goes to
dude.
the left.
All right. You're left-handed.
I am.
Are you a good artist? Can you draw well?
I'm a good artist in different ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of ways?
Sexual ways. No.
Oh shit!
No, like I mean, I'm artistic. Like I'm a thinker. You know what I'm saying? Like I could think of ideas, I can't put them on paper. Like so, if anything, like I have a very vivid mind, but I also have ADHD. But like it's hard for me to like put it on paper. So like I'll have it and it goes so fast and da 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 da. By the time I have to simplify it for humans, you know what I'm saying? It just sounds so basic because it's like how can I just get the point across because I'm thinking so fast. But artistically, I guess like musically, I used to sing in church back in the day. So musically, I guess I could hold a beat. Let's see what else. I don't know.
Thank you for that blunt, by the way.
Yeah, no problem, man. You know what I'm saying? That's some OG Girl Scout cookies. You know what I'm
It's so
saying?
good.
From the gang and them. Yes, sir. But no, I cannot draw. I could take photos. I used to be a photographer. God,
Yeah?
I used to do it all, dog.
I've been
And I could
meeting
do
a lot of.
videography and stuff.
I've been meeting a lot of left-handed people recently, and I've been asking them that question because that's the stereotype that people who are left-handed draw good.
You should
draw
like
well.
get them all on the podcast one day and have like a left-handed conversation. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We've had like
A
left-wing
draw.
conversations,
Dude,
but like a left-hand.
How would you
Left-handed.
compile all that data? It's just like subjective to your encounters, though, right?
I don't know. I guess they compile like the famous artists or comic book drawers.
Y'all thinking
or
too deep, bro.
They,
It's really just because he's left-handed, so he pays attention
I'm not
to it more.
left-handed.
Oh, you're not?
No, not
Why
at
you
all.
paying attention to us so weird?
It's
That's
just
your
a-
kink, ain't it?
well, one of my kids
Like
is
you're
left-handed,
left-handed?
and
Oh,
it's
okay.
a curious thing for
Saved
me.
himself on that one.
No,
Thank you. Oh man, we almost went down
it's
that
not that
rabbit
kind
hole.
of podcast. Woo. It's a family-friendly show.
Bro, you started off saying literally, how about you guys spit in each other's mouth?
He said that, not me.
I did.
That was like a cap, and we're like that was the ceiling, I guess. Hopefully,
I was just trying to
It
break the
doesn't get-
ice. You know, you guys were talking about COVID and all this fucking. I'm scared of all this, and like, I personally caught it 4 times.
Jeez.
Bro, are you proud of that?
How many people were spitting in
That's
your
not
mouth?
something to be
dude?
proud of,
I
dog.
mean, I was fucking like, hey, this,
Scoot up a little.
nah,
Let me-
4 times. One was like 2019, and I caught it like right when it came out, and it was during the cannabis expo. You know when you're talking close to everybody,
No, I don't,
And giving it to all the patrons.
because I don't do that.
bro. People come in your booth, they lean because it's loud, right?
Yeah.
So they talk really close.
Nah.
So I'm just like, fucking, okay, yep. And then I got sick after that, and then, fuck, it was like 2 years later, I got sick again, and one more time, and then
We
one
gotta learn to
last
stay in the
time.
house, bro.
Hey, fucking
Bombastic
immune
side
system,
eye
man,
right
is like,
Did you ever get it? Me. I lied.
I'm
I
an
think I lied.
ox.
I was about to say no.
What?
you know what's crazy?
Got it
No, I don't.
once.
It's fucking crazy because like I had it during a podcast. with
Oh.
you guys.
I think you told us that
I told
after the fact.
I told him that after the fact.
When's the
Dickhead.
last time you got it?
So-
Hey, nobody caught it, huh?
When's the last time you got
Like
it?
3 weeks ago.
What?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I don't think anybody's caught it in like since
it's
2019.
It's called
fucking
something else
flu.
at this point.
It's
Nah,
the
yeah.
flu. It's nothing, dude.
Nobody's ever got it. It's
It's
just
fine.
something else.
Oh man, it's a conversation for a different time. But you know,
But yeah, we're gonna get fucking banned from YouTube for that one.
for what?
Talking about that shit and making that shit, making those jokes.
Ah,
Have clean hands.
whatever. Yeah.
I did wash my hands before I got here. Then I did drive all the way here holding my steering wheel.
That's basically it.
Do you have hand sanitizer? Oh, I said that weird.
I
hand
do.
sanitizer?
I do, but I don't think like I'm a big believer of immunity and building up an immunity. I'm total believer of that. Look at this fucking guy. Conspiracy.
I'm waiting for this word.
Mario huh?
I'm waiting to see where
So
this
you
goes.
don't go to the doctor.
I do.
You believe in
No, I believe in
Yeah.
going to the doctor, but I also know science, right? And like science is immunity, right?
herbologist.
I don't go to the doctor, but I rarely get sick, and when I do, I just
I go to the
rest.
doctor and like everything's cool based off of like a good diet, and like even when I got COVID, like took a home test, boop, got COVID, locked myself down, and then it was nothing.
Yeah, and then I went back out and did the same shit. Then I got it again.
Yeah.
You didn't have changed behavior.
It didn't feel the same.
It's people like you
It
that
was all
deserve
different.
to get COVID.
Are
for
you
real.
I got
supposed to
COVID.
change your life because of a cold?
Fuck no.
Bro, what does it feel like though? What did you do? Like, what
Did you ever catch a cold in your life?
I
There you
have.
go. You caught COVID. That's what it felt
Yeah,
like.
for some people, I think it was
Bro,
worse.
some
but
people literally died.
Well,
I
some
was-
people also didn't get the
What?
help they needed because of the fucking rules and regulations of our hospitals. Like Uncle Joey, good example. They totally did not treat him like they should have treated him. Like they intubated him way too early. He got pneumonia off of the intubation.
yeah, well, there's a lot. Let's stop talking about it. There's a lot of failures on a lot of people's
So
parts
like
during
that's
that
just
fucking time.
I mean, it
I
happened
guess it's my
so
fault. I'm the one
far.
that keep bringing it up.
No, it's fine. But like I'm just saying that like
not fine.
for me personally, if I could give a 2 cents in that thing,
Word.
it felt like anything else.
To you though, but you've heard that a lot of people, like some people have had it and then they said they couldn't taste
I
anything.
tried to stop it. I tried to
Oh,
stop.
you're right. But anyway, some people also died and was like, "Fuck that shit, bro. What's the next?"
No,
So-
yeah.
I get it, but I try to stay clean. It's not the situation, obviously, but I do judge people. You know what I'm saying? And I turn my nose up at people a lot. So people like me tend to smoke by ourselves a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm at a function or something like that. Like when I was at, I think the the Aloha thing the thing that you just had for 420.
The lower cup.
The Aloha Cup.
Yeah.
I was
Ramen
sitting there
Aloha.
on the bus, and like somebody would sit next to me and pass me something. I'm like, oh no, bro, I'm good. I'm smoking.
No,
my
yeah.
own.
See, that's like festival etiquette, right? If you're in a concert
Sure.
and shit like that, and people passing you joints in a concert, you always bring your own.
No, I
you-
mean if you had a rave, mollied up, you know what I'm
See,
saying? Hell
so-
yeah, you're gonna be taking that.
So
hit.
now you're the problem.
What? How am I the problem?
you're
I'm
a
just
molly,
saying,
you're
there's a
all mollied up,
situation.
and
It's a situation.
See, everybody spreads it based on the situation, right?
Hey, if you got that, then it's immune to like all the other germs. So I feel like that's how I'll share it. I might be the one saying, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Build immunity,
To a few,
man.
but, yeah,
Just come in contact with it. Don't wash your hands for a little while. You're fine.
I will not take
Can you
that
bring your mic
advice.
a little bit
Thank you. It sounds okay, but I mean, I probably won't be taking it.
Can you bring your mic a
I
little bit
usually
down?
don't. I usually say nah. I'm good when people offer me shit. It's more like here's and you pass yours off. You're the one
Thank you.
sharing. You're not. I don't know.
What?
But I'm kind of antisocial at big events like that too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, we don't expose ourselves to gigantic events, right? That the expo is probably the biggest fucking one that we've ever been exposed to in a long time.
Yeah, that was a lot of people.
I went to the UH game.
Oh, I've never been to a UH game.
I've been to like Aloha Stadium, but that was when I was a lot younger for football
Go
games
Sharks.
and shit.
Yeah.
No, and I like to. I've been more recently for Bruno
is
Mars.
UH?
No, the green.
The
No,
hell is a
Bruno Mars.
warrior?
Both of them. But yeah, I don't enjoy being in large,
rather get
crowded
COVID
places.
and smoke
Also,
booth.
to add on that, another reason why I don't really like sharing is because I usually have the za. You know what I'm saying? And if I share and then now I'm smoking your not za, it's like not a good transactional
You now gave up your
thing for me,
inventory,
you know
my
what I'm
friend.
saying? Like it's like so I usually just tend to like we can smoke around each other and have a conversation, but as soon as you start smoking mine, yours gonna be put to the side. Like, oh man, what are we smoking this for? Exactly. Nah, you keep smoking that, I'm gonna keep smoking this. So that's also another thing that it's like, or like I mean, I'm bougie in a sense, but I pay for this. This is my medicine. This is how I consider
Oh, yeah.
this. You know what I'm saying? This is my medicine. This is not like just like something I do on a Friday night. Like I literally, this is my medicine. So when I go out and I'm smoking and I see some people attach to like people that are smoking, I kind of like don't really like that sometimes. Like, I mean, I guess there's certain etiquettes, but I try not to like turn my nose up too much about it, but I don't like moochers. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
I know there is a level of moochery that goes on. You know what I'm saying? Like a big butt and a smile don't really faze me these days. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would a big butt and a smile? You don't got weed. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't gonna come from me.
It's a part of like trying to hold the plant sacred, right? It's your medicine. It's what you have. You pay for it. You worked hard for it. It's up to you what you want to do with it. You know, some people like to openly share it. Some people like to keep it for their own. So it's your perspective on the plant, and it's a healing plant, and fucking we respect that as much as the people who just show aloha and smoke out everybody. There's a fine medium, you know. There's everybody, and that's the beautiful thing, dude. It's like here on islands, if you got, you're open. You know, everyone's welcome to it. If you choose not to, that's up to you. And that's how we kind of deal with it. And of course, like you try and stay a little bit cautious of, man, that guy's cough sounded a little fucking hacky. I don't know, dude. Maybe you keep the joint on that one. I'll roll up another one. You know?
How long till after COVID till you started like sharing joints again with people? I feel like we were sharing joints during COVID.
Dude, yeah. I was about to say, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I could have gave you
Life did not fuck. So like I'm very inclusive too, right? I'm introverted. I don't like to go out and do shit. So like when COVID happened, it didn't really affect me too much.
We did a podcast and one guest came on and wore a mask the whole time.
Yeah.
And then shared a joint with us. He pulled his mat. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
But
I was here during COVID. It was nice. It was nice, calm.
Yeah.
I walked around. You know, I felt like I belonged here. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was at home. You know, I used to live off the Aloi, so you know.
How long have you lived in Hawaii?
Since 2019. So I initially came out here because I was in the military.
So right before COVID.
Right before COVID,
fuck.
and I got out semi because of COVID. You know what I'm saying? During COVID, a lot of operations and a lot of people who were in care, like those things got stopped and halted because COVID was a new thing. So some of those people who were, let's say if COVID never happened, they wouldn't have been deployable people. So COVID kind of loopholed these people to become deployable. So because they're like, oh, we need space. We need to put these, so we need to put you on a deployment somewhere, you know, da-da-da-da. When you come back, we could work on it. I was kind of one of those people who was in a treatment program. And then when COVID happened, I was like, bro, I'll kill y'all. No, I'm just,
And then they were like, let this guy out. Let him out.
No, but I knew I was not a deployable person, you know what I'm saying? And I'm always a firm believer on speaking your truths, and like it's a period of time, like when you are in anything in life, that you make up your mind, like, you know what, I'm actually going to speak up for myself. And once you do that, it's kind of like a snowball effect, and it becomes harder for you to stop. So I was always somebody who's like, hey, you're not going to talk to me like that. You know, I was always like, hey, I'm a man before I'm a sailor. Because a lot of people are like, I'm a sailor first. Like, whoa, I was a whole man before I joined. You know, like I see like life as me first, like before I just have these like sailor goggles about everything. And just because you have a higher rank, you come talk to me sideways because you're having a bad day and you don't like your wife. So it's like a lot of things that go on in those situations. So during COVID, a lot of people were getting put back on their ships and their commands, and I was having an issue with my command at the time. And, you know, to make a long story short, I basically was like, hey, I'm not ready to go on this deployment. They were like, all right, well, we're going to kick you out. I'm like, no, you're not. And they were like, yeah, well, if you don't want to come, then nothing we could do for you. So I was like, all right, cool. So we played that route. And we'll probably get into the rest of how that ended later on in the podcast. But, you know, it wasn't a good look for a lot of people, and I know a lot of people got out in that time frame. And think about it, like that's your whole life, the military or whatever you're doing during that time, and anything that happened during COVID of a loss to you was probably even tremendously more suffering for you during that year. So it was like, all right, cool. I was in the military for 8.5 years, and then on my birthday, actually, I got out, and then it was like, here's life, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really get that transitional period like TAPS because like COVID was happening and a lot of programs weren't like face to face. It was like, do this on the computer, click this module, say you did this, you know what I'm saying? And it was shocking to me. It was like, what next? But then it's like COVID, like what is next? It's like everything was at a halt for everybody. So it kind of like dampened anybody else's like suffering. Like, hey, I'm suffering. Like, bitch, it's COVID, motherfucker. We all suffering. Like,
it's crazy how like COVID was a period of what, like 2019 to 2023.
I mean, I found out about COVID in 2022. No,
okay, so like 3.5 years.
Was a lot
like, it fucking changed so many people's lives.
Bruh, it should have changed everybody's.
Like, especially if you're transitioning during that period, you know.
I was about to say, especially if you're something else. Nah, we not even.
So you know what I mean? Like the high schoolers when they fucking they can't get into the high school sports during COVID. I mean, what about their college career?
Oh shit! I didn't even think about that.
That's what I'm saying. It
Oh my
affected
God,
so
that's
much people
right.
during the transition,
Oh, shit.
right?
What about little kids who need to see faces to learn and develop in elementary school?
Well, you're
Make
not
a face at 'em.
you're not going face
Peekaboo.
you're not going face to face up until you're what, 4th grade now?
Yeah, but that's still the
So, like, you're
preschoolers
coming in.
need to see faces and they read facial cues and they didn't have that.
But
with
honestly,
preschools and
as
masks and all that shit.
you know, as bad as it was still an overcomable situation, as we know now, because a lot of people did overcome it. It was just based on how much you were willing to put into that. Like, as a parent, like, now your kids aren't in school, they're at home. How much are you willing to actually teach these motherfuckers now? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you have the education to give them the education? Like, obviously, it's a wide stretched thought process, but, like, the essentials, the basics, the learning to communicate with each other. Like, so when you go out in the public, you know how to talk. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Or, you know, I think it went the opposite way. They don't know how to talk to people now. If not, they don't even want to, like, they don't want to talk. Like, they
I'll
don't
tell you
like
what.
communication as much.
Kalei went through. My daughter went through the whole, distance learning shit. And me as a parent, if I didn't take the fucking steps to like literally be right by her,
Right.
because during that age she didn't have the discipline to be like,
Right.
she wants to fucking play. Her toys are right around her, like. So it was kind of an unfair situation for her. So I had to kind of like sit down by her
Yeah.
and make sure like, hey, no, you gotta pay attention. Fuck, and that's taxing on me because like shit, I got work,
Yeah, but I think it pays out in the long run.
Definitely did.
You know, like
Yeah.
it will continue to pay. It's an investment. You know, you don't just have a child and then put that motherfucker in autopilot mode.
Right.
It's not a Tesla.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's not The Sims. Like, you have to constantly not helicopter parent them, but you have to be there in those situations. So it's all those situations are teachable moments. If had you just let her play with her toys and like, man, we got to catch up on the last couple months of school. Now you're sitting
stressing
there, you
her
know what I'm
out.
saying? You're stressing her out, but you're also teaching her bad time management.
Wow.
You know, like long term. But it's a lot of things.
Procrastination's
that,
the way to go.
Procrastination has its pluses, but like
inevitable, man.
actually being there for whoever's looking up to you. You know what I'm saying? Actually taking the steps to, if you don't know something, maybe educating yourself in it a little bit more. If you weren't like really good at school, at least try to like help them, like learn some processes with them. You know, the internet still existed during COVID. You know what I'm saying? If anything, the internet boomed a little bit more during COVID. So a lot of people were self-teaching themselves a lot of stuff. You know, they were teaching themselves how to take PPP loans out, but they weren't teaching themselves how to count ABCs and shit, you know? So,
Oh, totally. And even now, like being a parent trying to learn the curriculum, I really had to learn their process of like arithmetic. It's done differently than how we were taught, right? During our generation. So I had to relearn all this shit and then make sure she was doing it correctly. So it was like, fuck, we have to double up on everything.
yeah, I mean, it's life, you know what I'm saying? It's like you have an animal. Like, I could walk her outside off the leash, you know what I'm saying? It's like that parenting or that teachable stuff that they know their boundaries. It's like teaching boundaries so you can relax a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I don't have her, and if she sees other dogs, she's not sitting there yapping at him and da-da-da-da-da. You know, she's cool. Like, it's like moments like, like you have to say something, like, versus like you see somebody's dog, they're barking at everybody and they're just pulling the dog, versus like, hey, don't do that. Or like a child in the store, like they don't know how to like discipline, because they might not even have discipline themselves. So it's just stupid teaching stupid for real. Like, not for real, but basically.
You're setting the bar for the kids, Dad's a dumbass. Oh shit, I'm fucked.
But hey, I mean, there's solutions to these things, bro. Stop having kids if you ain't ready for it. But that's a conversation for a different time.
Yeah.
What does your hat say? Hey, TD.
Oh shit, suck 'em up. Yes,
I'm like having a
And
conversation. And I look over there and I'm like, what the fuck?
by
Does this
Mr.
guy?
the
Hawaii
guy who brought the
himself.
beer.
Wow.
Oh my god, beer,
Brought beer.
brewskis.
Beer.
I don't fuck with the brewskis. I really don't drink that much.
have
I'll have a bamboo and Sprite from time to time.
Yeah.
But I don't really drink like that. I had my drinking phase when I was in the military.
Yeah, it's easy to take that shit overboard, but I think enjoying a beer is just as important as like enjoying weed.
Also, I do not like the taste of beer, so I'll drink a cider.
Yeah. Well,
Hell yeah,
whatever.
hell yeah,
I mean,
hell yeah.
cider, fucking beer. People like whiskey. People like
Go to the
wine.
bar with the bros and drink a cider because
As
it looks
long
like
as
beer.
as long as you know the limit of, because that's very steep slope, right? Alcohol is something that people can just like, I'm having a good time.
Yeah, that's for y'all.
I'm having a fucking bad time. So it's like, that's the difference between that and weed. Like, this is like, you can never, ever have a bad, I mean, subjective, bad time, right?
I mean, you can. You can. You can overdo it sometimes. It's possible. Have you ever overdone it?
Overdone what? Smoking?
Weed? Yeah, just like been like, that was enough. That was actually where I should have stopped and just been like, I got that one this time.
If in overdoing it, meaning like I will smoke when I don't need to smoke. Not like because I'm too high. It's like, bro, I'm not even going to get no higher tonight. And I'm 3 more blunts in when I should have not. So if anything about overdoing it, I might just do it just because it's a, what did you say, that ritual word? That
Ritualistic.
ritualistic.
I said that?
Yes.
I did.
Oh,
Yeah.
I knew it was one of y'all. But yeah, it's like just like
I got
a
you.
ritualistic thing. Like I'll just go through the motions of smoking sometimes when I'm not getting any more smacked.
Yeah.
You know, but
You don't smoke cigarettes or
hell
anything?
no, what I look like?
I don't know. I'm just asking. Jesus Christ, I'm not trying to imply anything. Do you vape or anything?
I'm glad
You gotta watch your questions, man. You gotta watch your questions. He's gonna bite your fucking head off.
Shit.
No, it's not
we're
even
dealing with
what
a snapping
it's just
turtle
what
here.
I say after that. It's like it's something that would insult a group of people.
No.
So I decided like hell no, what do I look like? And I
just
decided
stop
not
yourself
to.
there.
Yeah. It's teachable moments, you know. Like you gotta
And learning that there's different people.
show you how to move in a room full of vultures. Not saying that you guys are vultures, but you know, turtle dove might be a vulture.
Could
Just
be in
a
disguise.
That hat is very
Can you imagine a vulture crouched into a turtle dove suit? How its neck would be all bent and crooked.
And the knees would bend backwards. Yeah, I think about it.
You know,
all the time.
I've like mentally fucking sketched that out of my head.
that
Like,
thing
a
smoking,
turtle
ain't
dove.
it?
That thing?
How you like that? Like that Girl Scouts.
Oh, what happened?
That's good.
It ended.
Oh man, so maybe I said something.
The FBI,
Nah,
the
it's-
COVID.
Honestly, it's been happening a lot lately.
Okay, good.
We had a particular guest on. And
Ever since
it's
then,
fucking ever
Did you
since
see that
he
Moo
mentioned
post?
it, and he mentioned it, and then it happened, and then it's been happening every
bruh,
fucking
now
time.
I can't even ask because you know, like,
Fucking nuts.
I mean, we are smoking weed on the internet, and that shit happens. You know what I mean? But fucking hell, guys.
so let me not talk.
it's
Nah, we're good.
it was nuts,
I'm
man.
gonna say it was all the COVID.
You know, I'm a very
Oh,
like
okay.
I'm
Makes
subjective
sense.
to that shit, but like, you know how we were talking about that. I'm very subjective to that, but like when it happens that quick, I'm like, whoa.
Nah, but I won't even talk about it now that we're back on live. We'll talk about something else.
I'm still
Talk
on
about
live.
sneakers. What kind of?
I'm still on live.
You're still on live?
Yeah.
I seen you
Oh,
a
that's
couple
not fair.
times with some ones on. Are you a sneaker guy?
I have been getting into them lately because of my son.
Oh, nice.
He's
So it's a
into 'em.
new thing.
I used to like shoes back in the day, but it wasn't like Jordans and stuff. It was like skate shoes. I would get like
Okay.
really nice like.
So like you
DC
were on the outside kind of guy. So you actually wore your shoes.
Yeah, but I had pairs that were nice that I didn't skate in just because they were nice. You know, I collected those. As I wore them though. I didn't.
DC.
DC's Action Shoes was another brand. Etnies. You know what I mean?
Element.
Them
That's the
designer
Element
shoes all
shoes.
look like skate shoes now.
They do actually, yeah.
yeah.
Well, and they have like Nike SBs that are our skate shoes.
Right.
There's a million
Skateboard. SB
variations
stands
of
for.
those.
Super booth.
But yeah, my son's been just getting into it, and I want to be cool in my son's eyes. So I was like, I'm gonna get a pair of Jordans soon, man.
You are cool in your son's eyes.
I
By
know.
the way, you know
I know.
what I'm
I give you that, man.
saying? Just because of that.
Just a
Not just
bonding
because of
thing.
that, but right.
my
the
dad would
bonding.
never have done that shit.
And then, you know, I'm just save them so when he gets older, he'll have those ones. And they'll be
Did you
older.
just throw the blunt away?
Yes, sir.
It was done?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. You gotta be more careful. You gotta always check with the guest now. You gotta
I
always.
mean,
run-
sorry, I'm stuck in this habit,
run it by
man.
Remy.
Hold on, let me
dude.
do the. Okay, it is. It
I
is
tasted-
done.
I
It
tasted
is done.
paper and I was like-
he was not tweaking. It was actually a really long tip.
Ah.
Yeah, pause.
You can kind of
Touche.
taste it, like the airflow goes, it changes a little bit. I'm like, oh, I think I'm at the end right now. Trust my judgment, my friend.
I trust it now. I trust it now. I trust
Beard
it
in the
now.
fucking.
Does it look majestic?
You should take off your sleeve.
Huh?
This is like fucking hairy ass.
What?
So what's
Your
next on
beard
the agenda?
side.
What's next on the agenda?
I was gonna light this thankful
Yes.
joint. Has everybody had a moment to think about what
Yeah.
they're
Where I've been. I'm
Yeah.
thankful every moment of my life.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Well, I'm thankful for my newest born. I just had a son on May 1st. And,
Nice.
Thankful for his health. Thankful for my wife's health. Thankful for her for, birthing a healthy kid. I'm thankful for my family. It's amazing. I've built this family, and it's amazing to watch it grow.
Hell
and
yeah, dude.
I'm just super stoked.
Spreading your seed,
A pretty
literally.
big fucking family too. It just
Seed
like
sower.
grew
And
super
we're-
fast.
And that's it. We're done, though. That's after that. No more. We're pal.
Killer.
Yeah. But
How means
we got it.
flourished.
We got it.
I get it.
Good
we
job,
nailed
man.
it.
We nailed it.
And now we just got to
We
raise
did
these
it.
guys.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. You got 18 years of raising a collective.
18 years. 18 years.
I can't hit accept.
They barred me. Oh, no, we're good.
Well, none.
All right, you're back online, my friend.
I don't see. Oh, there. Thanks for hanging in there, actual YouTube viewers.
Yeah.
We on YouTube too?
We're gonna be. It's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be
that's
on
right.
YouTube.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Is that cool?
Hell yeah,
I hope
that's
so.
cool. I've been watching the YouTube videos.
I hope so.
Nice.
That's kind
I
of
be
the
watching
attention of this
YouTube.
shit.
I
cool.
forgot about
We're
that, which is
back
good.
online.
Which
That
is
was
good.
cool.
Hopefully I look good on camera. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
All right, so I
What
meant
up,
to.
Papa T?
I meant to light this, but my bad.
We can't get too deep. We got to keep it.
Yeah, we're gonna switch topics. I'm sorry I brought it up, and I'll try to refrain from bringing up
That was our original agreement.
flagged topics.
Fucking, it
Y'all
can
might have
steamroll
talked
fast.
amongst yourselves, but I didn't know. So
No, you're fine. That's why you're exempt, man.
catalyst to that.
We were talking about like, yeah, it happens. It happens.
Relax, baby. Hell yeah.
Mango's having a good time.
Mango's having a great time.
She's chilling.
So it's chilling.
Yeah, man. So tell us your story.
Once upon a time, right? I mean, what part? So
Start off where you're from, man. Like originally, where you're from, and tell us your migration story, man.
Hold up. What are you thankful for? Are you not aware of
Oh,
what
that's
they're in
right.
the middle of right now?
Right.
Just
Yeah.
say what you're thankful for. Just hit
Yeah,
it and
yeah,
pass
spit
it
it
on.
out.
Let's not get into a whole.
spit it out.
And everybody else, just think.
Oh,
about
that's
what
a
you're thankful
lightsaber?
for. A little
Yeah,
bit.
pretty
That
much.
thing little nice.
I am thankful for. I think I said it already, but I'm gonna say it again. Like reality and being able to share it with individuals because reality is current, and I mean we can't go back, right? So just be happy with everyone here that's in your reality, whether you can see them, whether they're tangible or not, good or bad, because the complexity of your story is what makes your story. So just be thankful for that. Simple shit.
Yeah. How do you feel about simulation theory? Just kidding.
Fuck
Just
you.
kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Dude, did you see the guy ask the video game, do you know you're an AI? And the AI is like, "Wah!"
It freaked out.
Yeah, it's
Is
pretty
that how
funny.
it moved? It was a robot.
Yeah, it was like it was on a
Could
video
have been
game.
clipped.
Pass it to our guest.
Could have been clipped. He ain't done yet, man. He had a lot to be thankful for, so he got a lot of puffs to do. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, let's get it. This thing is a stogie.
It's fat.
That's the Nola Monsoon.
Jeez.
Nola Monsoon.
Nola Monsoon.
Pretty gassy.
Super gassy. I'm just gonna co-sign everything you say. Just say it right after you when you talk about
Fartalicious.
Fartalicious.
Yeah.
F to the ARTIBN.
What?
Put it down like this. I'm fatalicious.
Oh, like Fergalicious?
Yeah.
Who was spelling that? Who can spell like that?
Turtle
The
doves.
sound guy.
You a freaky boy, bro. You can spell like that?
Yeah, I'm the sound guy.
What is her first
What
name?
does that
Sarah
mean?
Ferguson?
I gotta be good with like letters if I'm good with numbers. Right?
Fergie? That's her name, Sarah Ferguson.
I guess.
Yes.
Sure.
sir.
I had a boss named Dan Ferguson.
Just
I'd
versatile,
rip him
you
so
know. Call it
bad.
Fergie?
I called him Fergie, dude.
Now, let me spark some.
We had
the rest of this
radios
top
and
part.
like. Hey,
Oh my God,
Fergie.
what am
are
I
you-
thankful for?
Yes, what are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for let's see. I have a lot of things, so let me try not to be overly like off the top. What's so funny?
Yeah.
I'm thankful for the belief in myself. Like I do believe in the like I don't even want to get as far as saying like manifestations. Like I am a religious person. I do believe in God, but I'm thankful for my where I'm at in life right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm thankful for the present I'm in a really good place in life. I'm, strategically speaking, I'm better off than a lot of people at my age in a lot of situations. You know what I'm saying? I don't have like a lot of struggles to deal with. I don't have like a lot of debt. So I try to be present in that sense. So when I don't want to bitch about too much shit, like I want to remember like, hey man, whoa, slow down. Like look at him. Like he hates his life, bro. I don't. So like some things I try to be very ducky about it. Like I try to have it roll off my back real simple like that. So I'm thankful for, being assertive, being me. There's nobody better than myself that I want to be. Like that's not like it's like who else can you be but yourself kind of situation. Like I really believe in me. Like I don't like that, so I'm gonna speak on that. Like I don't want to do that, so I'm not gonna want to do that. Like some people like do a lot of things and they get caught in a lot of situations where they don't even want to be in because they're not speaking up for themselves. I speak up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really thankful for like being like, hey, like we about to turn up right now. Let's get out of this situation. Like hey, like I'm done. Like saying I'm done, saying no. Like that's part of like being present. Like like I don't want to do that now or in the next foreseeable future. So no. So yeah, I'm thankful for that.
How do you do that strategically? Because I've been trying to do that a little more lately and be more assertive and stand up for myself or just speak up about things. Sometimes it's even framed in a joke, but most people just look at me like I'm an asshole.
All right,
dude. Not that I'm being an asshole.
If they already look at you like you're an asshole, saying what you really feel is gonna validate how they feel like you're. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's not like, oh my God, you're such a saint. I would have never I would expect you to say that. So just like
Delivery?
play on their expectancies.
Or
they
your
already think
delivery?
you're an asshole.
Or just like my ideas I come up with sometimes, or like the joke.
This
a lot of the times I expect the jokes to fail. I'm just doing it to make myself giggle.
Well, I also think that like how you address it counts, right? So like
I go like, oh fuck.
No, like you can be assertive, but you don't have to be a dick,
Not
right?
assertive.
Like one of my friends, like when we're working, right?
Thank
I'm like,
You can pass it to them, and they can also share what they're thankful for.
you can share what
so we
you're
can stop
thankful
talking
for.
about this. I'm sorry I brought it up. Actually,
no, you just,
huh? What's that over there?
Huh?
Oh, that's
dude, I like when Dave Grohl did that shit. Did you see that?
No.
People like bombarded him for an autograph. He's like, oh my God. Everyone look, he said, yoink. He literally said yoink and ran away.
That's some dad humor, guys. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I fucking love that
Sure, a lot of
shit.
y'all
Give me
relate
all
to
the
that.
dad humor.
Knee
ever.
slappers.
I love it.
I like me some
Sop
videos
that
too.
shit up.
I post a lot of like humor on my stories. Like I don't try to be overly off the top about anything other than za. Like I don't sit there and post one thing. If anything, like I'll post
Clarify, what is za?
za to me is top notch weed. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Zaza. Like
For everyone now,
yeah.
it's set in stone. We all know what za is.
What is? Where's that derivative of from? Where does
I
that
don't
come
know,
from?
some
Pizza?
nigga shit.
I tell you where it's a derivative of.
Pizza?
Exotics.
Yeah.
They want that za.
Oh, there you go.
Exotic.
There you go. There you go. There you go. That's what it is. I should know, but I didn't. I'm not gonna act like I knew that. Like, yeah, duh, Doug. I didn't know. I also didn't know, and I say it a lot, like Zaza. But that's just because I don't want to say like weed, or I don't want to say the long marijuana. Like it's just za. You know
We get it. We're old, right?
But za to me is like the version of what I smoke on a day-to-day basis.
Wait, hold on. I gotta pause this motherfucker real quick.
I just made 39, fucker.
This motherfucker
Come on,
just
man.
said
I just crossed the
we're
bridge.
old. I've been trying
The
to
Rainbow
I've been
Bridge.
trying to include this guy into the old category for
Fuck that.
Y'all
the last
not
couple
old,
episodes.
man.
Never fuck.
You're not old till you like
Do you think you're old?
Let us
60.
say- Okay, thank you. That's a long way away.
Yeah. Then you old as fuck.
Turtle Doves, what are you thankful for?
Thankful for being Hawaiian, man. Being
Oh.
indigenous.
There you go, man.
Been very thankful about that lately, recently. Coming off the Merry Monarch High.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't even have you talk about it. You haven't been on in a while. How did it go?
Hell yeah.
This guy dances
Like hula dances? So
Yeah.
you be at the luau's.
No.
I'm a prostitute my culture.
There you go.
Oh, nice. So you
Anymore.
Thank you. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if I had to call that shit
but
out.
then I grew up. Then I grew up and I understand and I
Cool, bro.
identify.
Nah, that's
so you
a-
just do it in the
that's-
backyard with your homies.
I
No.
compete for the fucking dub.
For the Olympics of
Like-
hula.
Ultimate dub.
Like you got like the
It's a festival made by our king at the time
It's a competition.
to
though.
bring back that culture.
Remember when I said I was thankful for the present? I don't really know the past like that, so my history is a lot.
We cluing you up, man.
Hey, but I'm gonna
Giving
forget.
You should remember.
I took a history class in college
You should
last
take
semester.
Hawaiian history
I
class.
took a living in Hawaii history class. I
There
got a
you
D
go.
plus in that motherfucker.
Well, man,
Take it
retake that motherfucker.
Nah, I'm good.
Take it again.
Where are you from? Connecticut?
I am not from Connecticut. That is disrespectful.
Where are you from?
I'm originally. Let's get to the back.
I just saw your license plate. I was like,
Yeah,
Connecticut.
now you done put it out on Front Street. Now I'm dead. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So what suburban Connecticut you from?
oh my God, I'm not from any state, bruh. All right, so let me start the story.
Ronin, motherfucker.
So back in the day, right? So back in the day when I was conceived, I was born in Trinidad and Tobago. So I lived in Trinidad and Tobago for 11 months. So after that, we moved to Jamaica, and I lived in like a couple different parishes. The last one memorable is St. Anne's Bay. So we lived there for like 14 years. And then we moved to like Florida, Connecticut, Nebraska. I went to college in Iowa.
So you're working your way west.
Yeah, and then I went to Chicago for basic training.
Okay.
And then I lived in Japan for like
Holy, you
4 or
went
5 years.
fucking hella west.
Bruh, because America,
Went too far.
I needed to get a little bit away from that thing, you know what I'm saying? And I joined the military to travel because I'm a travelable person, you know what I'm saying? I'm an adaptable person. I'm a chameleon, you know what I'm saying? I'm an ox, you know what I'm saying? Like I could hang with the best of them.
What do you mean by ox? Like year of the ox in the Chinese zodiac, or just ox in strength?
Or like you like muddy water.
Or
Right,
you're
isn't
just
that
strong,
the
strong like bull?
Mother
Yeah,
accent.
like strong like an ox, I
All right,
guess.
all right, all right.
Not like the talisman from what that Jackie Chan.
Yes, Adventures
One
Mom.
more thing, Jackie. And the ox was strength, wasn't it?
Yes.
I mean, it does symbolize that.
Right. So
That was a
like,
luchador,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. My homeboy used to say that all the time. It's something I took from him. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm gonna tell all the truth. I'm gonna tell y'all where I get everything from.
Where do you plan on, since you're a world traveler, where do you plan on establishing your roots? When it's all said and done, where do you plan on establishing your roots?
Honestly, as an adult, I have to really look into where is more accommodating to somebody like me. You know, like I'm a combat veteran. I love cannabis. So like those things have to like. There's a couple states that favor veterans a lot more than others, like Texas for say, but Texas also does not fuck with cannabis. So, you know what I'm saying, like pros and cons.
I think
type
to a
shit,
certain
but-
extent.
right, to a certain extent, but
I think they do have a medical program
I
in
have
Texas. and
well,
others.
I've asked people and they haven't really came back to me, but I have a medicinal card. You know what I'm saying? Like I that's my medicine for real. So I need to be able to be somewhere that really supports that.
or like
you know?
Oklahoma right above is like full
It's pretty
fucking
Googleable. I mean, you can just Google and
Right.
does Texas have a?
But I got to see what the job feels looking like. You know
I
what
feel
I'm
like
saying?
Austin guaranteed does, and that's a growing city right now.
Yep.
Yeah, but I keep seeing everybody saying don't move there, so I might not. You know.
This depends on what they say. It's subjective also, right? You got to do your own research and kind of like maybe take a trip or two.
I don't mean this. I don't mean this in a rude way, but people also say that from here. Don't move here.
And I agree. Don't move here.
Yeah.
The fuck you doing here, Brett?
Yeah,
Are
we
you
got to keep
contributing?
this fucking population to a low.
I try to
That's
keep
dude.
I stay in the house for the most part. I don't really go outside like that as much as I used to. Like, so I don't really explore as much as I think the average person might out here.
Bro, have you seen the water? Like the actual like tap water? Can you drink tap water?
I have a Brita filter.
Yeah, buddy.
Where?
See 'em.
Where?
Yeah. Or I have a filter. Take that out.
Yeah.
They don't pay bills.
Yeah.
I got one of them filters, a great value filter.
There you go. There you go. It works, bro. But no, it's crazy. Remember the back in the day we used to like drink water out the garden hose with your friends and you're playing outside.
Still
like,
do, bro.
Still do.
I don't fucking do that, bro. Oh my god.
My kids do. They play in it.
In the middle of the day, hot
I
water.
mean, play with it.
everything.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
sorry.
know.
How do you grab?
I'm sorry. I was gonna grab it from
That
the
was
bottom.
fucking super funny. I hope we caught that on
bro.
camera.
That's weird.
You guys did
That was
that.
awkward. I
You
wasn't
guys did
sure.
the fight?
I went to grab it from there, and then you made me question myself, and I was like, "Oh, should I be grabbing it from the bottom?" And then I went for the top. and
Yeah,
then I
my
was like,
bad,
"Ah,
bro.
fuck, fuck,
You
fuck."
Funky
know,
lock came
you
in.
should know how us left-handed
So
people pass it
awesome.
since you got a fetish about
Should've-
left-handed
Bro,
people.
we gotta fucking.
I gotta learn.
We gotta
One
learn
day I'm
to
gonna be
slow-mo
passing
that.
joints to my son. I gotta learn how to pass to a lefty.
And do that. Take my breath away. Over that. Take my breath away. in slow mo what you guys just did, the encounter.
The only thing I thought of was
Maybe
when,
pass with your
when
right if
two
he's-
joints come at the same time and you do one of these where you lock around arms.
Double
Something
fisted.
like that. And
I'll be
you
at them parties.
hit
huh?
each other. I don't know how that would work, but
That's what's up. But so back to the.
Okay.
So yeah, so I've been around. Where am I planning on going? I gotta really look at what career-wise is also beneficial because I really want to do something in the cannabis industry. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to school right now. I'm about to be a senior. I go to
Killer.
HBU, so I'm about to. My major is going to be communications. My minor is in marketing.
Yeah, buddy.
So I want to do a lot of like if I could break it down in what I would like to do, kind of like maybe like the Keith Lee of cannabis. You know what I'm
who's
saying?
Keith Lee?
What?
Sorry.
Bruh,
Oh.
hell nah. See, dog. Yeah, I'm in the wrong.
Educate me.
Yeah. We're gonna ask you these questions, man.
He's a top-notch nigga, bruh. You know
Oh,
what I'm
yeah?
saying? Keith Lee is a food critic.
Okay.
Do you guys watch like food critic stuff? He's like,
Name some
bruh,
shows and I'll
I've
try to
never
make
thought
like
I
I've
would
seen
have
them.
to.
I'm in the farm, dude.
You're gonna be pissed at me. You're gonna be.
Like-
pissed
I'm not gonna be mad at
No,
all.
you're gonna be
It's
so
just,
mad at me.
It's just a different. It's
I ain't
just
got time to watch TV,
I don't
man.
try to
Fuck.
judge people
I
on
got
not knowing
this.
certain things because I really be on the internet. Like, so I wouldn't judge somebody for doing
No,
better
you-
things with their life.
No, you're gonna hate me.
Wow,
for
bro,
this
you're
one.
not on the internet.
say,
Huh? What a loser.
You watch
Ah.
Nah, you cool,
Is
dog.
It Cake?
Is it cake? Is that like
My
something
daughter
like
used to
they
watch
guess
that,
if it's
yeah.
cake or not?
Yeah.
No, I don't watch that.
No, yeah, but that's
But
what
I
I
know what
watch.
it
That's
is.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I don't watch like the high end or like actual like legit.
You know what?
Foodie
Based on me
stuff.
saying Keith Lee, it's probably gonna
Never.
pop up on your algorithms now.
Keith
Right.
Richards.
It's a black guy. He talks, you know what I'm saying? He's like, hey, I went to this place. I bought the Bria tacos. I'm going to try it and rate it 1 through 10. And then, you know, and he actually started that because he had a lot of phobia about talking and, you know, speaking up and stuff like that. But he became really popular. Really, really popular. And his reviews give these companies, like if it's good, like they go from day and night. And like they start from like having 13 orders a day to like having to close because they run out of
He's
supplies.
super
So
reputable.
he's super, yeah.
Like
And
a Gordon Ramsay
He uses
kinda
his
deal.
influence, right? He uses his influence. I guess if I said Gordon Ramsay, you would have knew that
Yeah,
that
yeah.
white man. But I didn't say Keith Lee. But who's that? But,
But
Gordon,
Gordon-
Ramsay, yeah.
But Gordon Ramsay isn't doing what
Sick.
you're explaining, so that wouldn't be a good reference.
Sick.
But I would know who Gordon Ramsay is.
Sick.
Yeah, I see Gordon Ramsay on fucking billboards, and I see him all over the fucking place.
Who is the most
How
popular
many-
Hawaiian food critic?
Sam Choi.
Sam Choi, yeah, I did my man.
He was
Sam
a chef
Choi?
and a food critic.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody does it anymore.
Sam
They
Choi.
probably write for Honolulu magazine.
You ever seen a
and
South
nobody's
Park
heard of
episode
him.
with fucking like?
Is Sam Choi that guy who like
I'm a
makes like
Yelper.
wagyu and stuff? Like in his freezer, he has wagyu, and he's like sarcastic, and he like,
No.
oh,
He had a cooking show with Emerald Lagasse at
I'm
one
thinking about
point.
somebody else. There's a
But this
local-
is like back in the day, like old school shit, right?
I don't stay back in the day.
Love you,
I'm
Uncle
right
Sam.
here
People
now.
are probably
I
going to
miss
tell
you.
us, but I don't know any.
What is that?
I don't really watch food stuff.
No,
But-
I understand. I like food stuff, but like I didn't like food critics. Like, yeah, Gordon Ramsay got like 10
Okay,
shows.
I want to be the
right?
Kanye West of
Don't
cannabis.
say that. Kanye West of cannabis.
Why? He's a genius of this
fuck wouldn't I say
generation.
that?
He's the
I don't
voice
know.
of a generation.
I mean,
He's a
I-
genius.
Don't take the bad when I say that. You know what
I
I'm
understand.
saying?
I understand that, but I'm looking at like, okay, Kanye West, the flashy, you know what I mean, of
No,
cannabis.
Kanye West, the pioneer, the game changer.
Okay, well,
the
You should highlight that because there's a lot of
no, I
parts to
shouldn't. That's
Kanye
your
West.
projection on it.
I mean,
You don't
I
like
see
the guy,
90%.
That's your
is his
problem.
project-
You know what I'm saying? When I say
like
Kanye West, I think of all
College
great
Dropout's a
things.
good fucking album.
Okay.
Come on, now.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot
See,
of great
it
things.
went
that
silent
Kanye
after
has
that. College
contributed to
Dropout's the
world,
fucking
you know what I'm saying? I'm also like a mental health
Who's
person.
Kanye
so-
West?
No, we're not gonna do that. He knows who that is. He's joking.
Everybody know who Diddy is. At least he didn't say Diddy.
But like, I want to do something in that, like quality assurance, cannabis. Like, I smoke a lot. I give a lot of reviews in that sense. I'm a very honest person. A lot of people like that honesty. You know what I'm saying? Until it's like a negative response.
What you think about that, Nola?
Actually, this is pretty good. Look at the white ash on this thing right here. This thing is smoking.
Thank you, my friend.
I tell you if it ain't. You know what I'm saying? That's that Noya boys, the hot boys.
Huh?
Noya what? Noya clap. What's the name of that strain?
I'm so fucking confused.
What are these people
What's
you're
the name
saying?
of the-
Nola Monsoon.
Oh no!
Holy shit!
Nola
You just took me out.
Monsoon.
You sent me.
You said it was.
You broke my
you said it
ankles,
was
my friend.
right? Louisiana.
Jesus Christ. Let's fucking. I stumbled.
What the hell
I
just
got
happened?
ADHD. See, I'm telling you, I'm all over the
Hey,
place, bro.
lower your mic, please.
I went like, wait, what? Cool, man.
But yeah, something like that. Because like I have a supply background and I'm really deep into cannabis, and I support cannabis over medication every day. Like I said, I'm a veteran, so there's a lot of pills that they will give me left and right. And when you talk about overdoing it, you can never overdo, like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody ever died from overdoing cannabis. But I could take half of the stuff that they prescribed to me tonight
Fucking
and
kill yourself.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So I will always, like, I don't mind smelling like za. I don't mind, because that's like my thing, you know what I'm saying? If I smell like it, just know that I'm doing good, like, or I'm trying to do good, you know what I'm saying? Don't turn your face up at it, because I'll headbutt you. I probably won't, but like I'm really big on it and voicing it, and I see that a lot of people are not necessarily that in the space to talk like that, so it's like still like a space that I can still thrive in, kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people are kind of hush, they don't da-da-da-da-da, like, you know, everybody in my life knows that I smoke, you know what I'm saying? My parents, God, and everybody else.
And you know, when people are like telling me about like connoisseur and stuff like that, one thing I noticed when people are smoking, right, and when they're grabbing weed and they bust it open, they look, you gotta be fucking, you gotta be completely like open canvas every time a nug gets slapped on there. But the only time you should ever be leaning in a sort of way when you're looking at herb is when you know the background of the genetics, right? So if you know where mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, both sides kind of go, you can kind of like, oh, that's where I see in this nug. And then now you can start formulating what to expect. And if that shit don't fill to that criteria, what you've expected and what you know already about the strains, it should reflect in the smoke as well. You know what I mean?
Let me give you an analogy when it comes to like cannabis. Like, you know, there's people who, like, let's say cannabis is the fast car. You know what I'm saying? I'm the guy who is whipping that bitch, you know, like, so I might not know how, like, man, fucking, I need my guys to fix it. I don't know, like, that lineage to that degree, but I'm damn sure gonna sit in the car of somebody that I really, like, support. Like, I know he has living soil, so, like, I might not really be deep on, like, the chemicals, the lineage, the oh, this is from back in the day, because my smoke history is not that intensive, or like knowing like a difference between like a feed, like I don't know, like all of that, like, oh man, like I know the essentials. Like if you have a plant that's a male, you can't grow because it's gonna, like, you know, spread his seed. Like I don't really know to like all the ins and outs, but I'm on the back end of like the connoisseur socially. You know what I'm saying? Like I really am about like, hey, where did that come from? Or like, this is from somebody that I really believe is somebody that cares. Like you really care. Like it's like that grown with aloha kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I would rather fall behind that before, well, because I was a victim of like the rapper weed is what I call it. Like the bags, you know, like, oh, that bag looks fire, bro. How much? 80? Oh God. All right, here. And it'd be trash. Like, bro, this is just gelato, you know? So it's like,
and it's sad because gelato's a really good strain.
Right, but
people
it's like,
fucking drug it to the mud.
Or it's just like the motherfuckers that's driving around ready to deliver to you from 9 to 9, like just having shit in the bag, sitting there all day. Like I got out of that because I had to realize like, yo, this is more medicine than like a recreational thing for me, bro. Like this just not doing what it's supposed to do, and I'm wasting my money. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I went through the journey of going through the dispensaries out here. Oh man, that was fun. You know what I'm saying? That shit did not last too long.
This is why you as a vet should know those things, and even as someone that takes it as medicine, they should definitely know those things where like, because every strain is symptomatic, or not symptomatic, but symptom specific. Right? So by knowing the genetics, you know the odds of you getting a medicine that's going to be best suited for you. So even as like, even a vet, you know, like PTSD, you guys want to prescribe indica. So if you're getting something that's like a 50-50, you got to know where that 50 came from, that other one that might be effective for you. Right. And even it comes down to like even terpenes. And this is what I'm trying to tell everybody. You know what I mean? Terpenes is very important because everyone's preaching entourage. Now, if you can't intact have your terpenes come over with your cannabinoids, now you're running into some fucking problems, right? So it's complex, but it needs to come over as one. Now, that combination, is that for you? You got to know based on what the lineage is. Right. So it's pretty important to know that if someone's going to take it seriously, you know, and smoking.
Right. Totally. But to scale it back though too, if not for nothing, know your your limitations dosage wise. Like you might not be able to like think about everything that you just said, but at least know what a certain dosage does to you. Like I smoke a lot, but I also digest it. You know, like I get the butters, I get the edibles.
Know your grower too.
Right. You said what?
Know your grower.
Oh, know your grower. I thought you said you know your grower. Like, yes, know your grower for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It all matters because it's something that you're really putting into your body. It's something that you're consuming, and it's something that you're using to potentially get you over whatever ills and ails that you are having. You know what I'm saying? So why have something that doesn't do anything?
In Hawaii, it's very possible to know your grower because it's such a small geographic location. But if you live in a big city, how possible is that to actually know?
The same. It's like going to the supermarket or going to a butcher.
You gotta rub elbows and kind of like talk story and put yourself out there. You know, it's not like a brick and mortar where you walk into. It's kind of like that's why they have dispensaries. And, you know, that's where, like, even with me as...
recon at the dispensary, find out what their names are, and then go find them. And
you could do that if you really want to, but, like, you need to go... Somebody needs to go into the dispensary, right? If you were new to the spot, that's a brick and mortar that you can get medicine from. It may not be what you're looking for, but it's medicine nonetheless. That's where it fits.
But I think more on the mainland, you're going to get more bang for your buck.
Totally.
Going to those dispensaries because the options are more plentiful.
Totally.
It's not just 3 places. It's like 3 places on this street alone.
That's the appeal of the dispensaries on the mainland.
Yeah. Right. And then obviously you got the recreational laws. I don't really know too much. I'm not going to get too deep in it, but it limits.
Oh shit! Cross that off the list.
No, we can. But it limits the ability for them to do so many things. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
Here. So it's really just on like a medicine bottle kind of thing. I think in Connecticut it's even worse though. Like. My sister one time had showed me what her dispensaries, and it's like TX 9000 or some weird, like that's what the cannabis is labeled in those bottles. It's not like a strain name. It's like a medicine number / word kind of thing. It's weird, but you know, definitely know your growers.
It's good weed though?
I don't know. I never smoked it.
And you know, that's the thing, like,
bro, what?
That legal regulation kind of fucked everything, right? It took the intimacy between the plant and the patient.
You're just trying to make money, bro.
It took that. I mean, people are always trying to make money, you know? I would rather my money go to someone I can talk to and not just some big fucking corporation on mass scale. You know, people grow to mass scale. I get it. But you don't have to. And 90% of the people out here in Hawaii especially, you don't have to go mass scale. There's a high density of people that are talented growers. Like,
there's no multiple growers.
Where they at? I need to try it out.
They were at the Aloha Cup. They're at the Aloha Cup. They're at the Hawaii Cannabis Expo. They're at the Jungle Cup. The growers are out there.
Yeah, they're out there.
You know.
Yeah, there's a lot of good growers.
Who the hell do you think's entering these competitions?
Yeah.
But also, on an honest note, some of that might not necessarily be fire to me. That might not necessarily be something that I want to smoke on a daily basis.
Well, that's when you shop around, right?
Yes, but when you shop around and maybe like certain things just don't align, like a lot of the resources that I have are not necessarily local. You know, I'm not going to sit here and be like, I smoke local all the time. I don't, because y'all know that, you know, like it da 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 da. But at the same time, it's like I do try out certain things and I do like certain medicines. Like I did have something from this guy one time and he had like koi fish water on it and that shit was like medicine, bro. It was fire. It didn't have like a sex appeal. It was medicine. Like I got extremely medicated. Like I was like, bro, what?
Right.
Like I would have never thought. So like I like that, you know, but I don't leave the house a lot. So that's also where that kind of doesn't work in itself. Like I'm picky, but I also don't go out and try and da 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 da. I like what I like and what I have right now. You know, like I'm sustainable already, you know, but I do like to every now and then dabble out. I would like to try like local stuff. Like, is there somebody that's, I've been growing this strain for like 9 years, like God's gift or something like that. You know, obviously like not like Maui, but like that's the stuff in my head when I think about Hawaii is what I'm anticipating. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure it exists. I'm just not hip to it yet. But I be looking. I'm a very approachable person online more than in person because if you see me in person, why are you talking to me? But I'm online.
Did you say what you thought about that? I mean,
I think it's good. I've been
commented
smoking.
on
I've been
ash.
chiefing it.
I know, right? Hey,
I think
guess
it's
what?
good. It's nice white ash.
Guess what? You know a grower.
White ash. I do.
You know a grower.
Bro, look,
For a while now. no?
yeah, bro. I have this can from when he was growing the Sour D. I'm a big Sour D fan. My homie Pot Snob is my Sour D mentor. You know, he bestowed Sour D upon me in my cannabis journey.
Nice.
Do
And
you grow your own at all?
hell no, bro. I be forgetting. I do try, bro. I try, dog. It's like I have, like it's a I do too much. Like I'll overwater it, or like I'll buy all the setup but not know the education of the stages. Like I came and I had, like I try, but I know it's not me. I'm more of a just let me know when it's done and I'll smoke it versus I'm not gonna sit there and I would rather go out. Like I can cook, so I can't use that reference, but I don't want to stress myself out. And what I would grow, I wouldn't necessarily even want to smoke for real. Like I fuck with people that have been growing since before I was even in the military. Like people who have like connoisseurs of growing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm kind of spoilt in that realm where I'm satisfied already with that. I would like to at least grow. Like it's kind of like a mental thing for me, or like a in-house thing. Like I feel like
You can grow for edibles.
Or to not even smoke, just to like grow it, have
right.
a
That's
thing
what
to
I'm saying.
complete
Like
it.
I'm
But make
trying to
edibles
like
out of it.
complete. Like the furthest I think I've went is to where I've started to see like little nugs about to form, and then I messed up the process. I either like got too happy. Even every time I try to pop seeds, I'm like, oh, cool. I see like a little stem, and then I put it in water, and then I water it every 3 days. Versus like, bro, leave that shit alone. Like I overdo it. Like so, like
Maybe.
It's the touch, right? So like my best analogy, right? I used to work in construction, and a lot of times I'd see the foremans get mad at the engineers because they have like they have this. They're educated,
Yeah.
very well educated, but they're overlooking the simplicity of the project, and the fucking foremans would be tripping because they have the touch. They've been there, repetition, right? So there's this conflict that I've noticed. And even with growing, it has the same thing where people are like, they're very serious about what they're about to grow. So serious that they overcompensate for it.
You
They're-
love it to death.
Yeah. Dude, hell yeah. But then I tell people like, no, there's an outline, right? You're an educated person. There's a bridge to be had between touching the plant a lot and having this overambitiousness for the plant to succeed. So you just kind of ride it in between, and then you give them an outline of like, okay, this is how you operate. So if something should happen, you revert back to this. You know what I mean? So it's like a foolproof plan of how to guide someone through those times that he had a little bit, like I did too much.
Yeah, but fuck
Deep
all that.
throat.
Just how much? That's where I'm at in my stage in life, and I feel like I'll be there for a while. If anything, I will go as far as to say I would like to maybe down the future make my own strain, like Rim Dog or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Branding.
But
What about
right,
just growing with no intention for it to be smokable, just to have
that's
the project
that
to
part
just
that
grow?
I'm at. If anything, trying to at least accomplish. Like I
That's
want to
cool.
say I completed from seed to like anything other than me killing it is what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah, just throw the leaves on a salad one night, if anything.
So just make edibles out of your flower. If it's not something you want to smoke, just make edibles out of it.
Don't
I'm
even
bougie, bruh.
but don't even
How
feel
much?
pressure to have
not doing all
flour as a result. If it looks bunk and you don't even want to use it,
Don't use it.
c'est la vie, man. It was for the fucking journey.
He seems more of
I sat up
checks
for
and
that comment. I'm
balances.
going back down.
I
No,
might massage somebody's shoulders, like a woman, preferably in this situation,
Fuck that,
before I
dog.
start growing. Like I'd be like, hey, baby, if you want to be a girl, I will support that. Like, let me know what I need to do to help you in
Look,
that
there's
situation.
a place for everybody, right?
I know I
Totally.
can't. Like, there's sort of like I'm not good at that kind of stuff. Like, it puts me in a it's over sensory. Like it's too much thought process. I'm like I can cook stuff. Like there's certain things that I can do like the first time and I do it really well, and that piles up on a list of things that I like. So like when I meet something that just rubs me, I'm like, you know what? I could do so many other things. This one is just not for me. Like there's certain things that I don't stress myself out about. Like
You don't need it.
like
Yeah.
riding a bike. Like I think I really want to ride a bike, but I'm crazy for real. You know what I'm saying? So I like, that's probably not a good choice in life and da 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 da. So it's like, if it hasn't come easy to me, it's why force the issue? Like, you know, like certain things I just like growing is like something that in hindsight sounds great for anybody to say, hey, I grew this myself, you know, like, but I can't do that. How much?
It's you
I
set
agree.
you set your
I,
own.
I feel the same way
Well,
pretty much.
I'm-
I tried it and I did not do well. And I was like, It's not for me.
So like the epiphany might be like, "Ooh, this is trash. I'm gonna grow my own," and that's how somebody's journey lasts. And mine was, "Ooh, this is trash. I need to surround myself by better growers." Like, you know, like, bro,
I get it.
y'all ain't got no motion, bro. Fuck out of here.
I don't know. I look at the other way, like
No, yeah, because
like
you're
fuck.
a farmer.
No, not only that. Like I look at
I
not
need
even
quick
farming.
results.
It's like that shit looks
Patience,
like fun.
dude.
I want to try, and you try it, you suck, and then you keep on going until like
Yeah,
you actually are good.
You got more patience.
I mean,
than
there's
do.
other
It's also
things I
patience.
look at and like that looks like fun. I want to try.
Woo!
Just growing weed ain't
like
one of them.
surfing and shit. Oh man, when I
Surfing?
first started, I was like, that looks like so much fun, and then just as a kid, kept on going every weekend and just can surf.
Yeah, I think everybody has something like that where you see it's like, I want to do that, and you did it, right?
Hell yeah.
Sometimes your parents forced you to do it, and then you complain to them, and then when you're older, you're like, damn, I really appreciated that they fucking.
My parents never forced me to do anything other than be excellent.
How did they force you to be excellent?
They were very stern, very on me, very always there. Like I had like the idealistic version of parents in my biased mindset, but like in comparison to the average person's parents, like some might have 50%. Like I feel like even with one of them physically missing, they were both 100% always there. Like every time I got in trouble, these niggas was always there, like on my neck. Like
That's good
like,
though. That's
I
good
always had
parents.
to like verbalize something. Like if I got in trouble, I wasn't just coming home and hiding in the room. It was like I know they're gonna be waiting for me to explain every single situation, how it went, what I did wrong. Like they were very talk. Like my dad's a pastor, my mom's a nurse. They're very like communicative. They're teachers, so you know, like
Hell yeah, dude.
I got very it wasn't like overly disciplined. It was just to me the right kind of discipline. Sometimes I feel like I overdo it, but I'd rather be overly like you know skitty about stuff than just under developing and stuff like that. So I feel like they were definitely like on me for a lot of stuff. Like if I got in trouble, I had to go in front of the class and apologize, write a letter. So I also got used to consequences. So like I could think about, I'm not doing that shit, bro. That's not worth it. Like I could, like I'm glad they were there for that. Like especially with me moving in so many different cultures.
Got a compass,
like,
right?
It was always, if anything, like I felt it would be like the lack of like a diverse like upbringing. Like they didn't know how to handle that, but they also came from a third world country. I knew where them niggas came. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I knew where they came from, so I wasn't expecting like more than what they were. They were already doing a lot more than anyone else that I knew was doing. So it was like, why am I gonna sit here and be like, but I didn't get this? Like, you know, I'm not a spoiled brat. Like I'm a very appreciative person. So, but they were very hands on. Like I feel like in memories that I would think I would get in trouble for, like, you need to tell me what you want to do when you grow up, and I would sit there for like hours, maybe not hours. I would sit there for minutes, and like, you can't eat your food for 5 minutes until you tell me what you want to do or something stupid. But I would, for the longest, not be able to tell them like something. Like my sister was like, I want to be a teacher. I forgot what my brother said, but like I was always like, I don't know. But they were always like, you need to like still do. Like, you know, don't just not do something, like still do. So
Yeah.
I've always been a doer, you know what I'm saying?
Put the ambition.
A do-doer.
So, I want you to do me a favor and
Whoa!
try lift up that joint real quick and then see if you finish it all. You just tossed it.
Oh, man, because we're on to bigger, better things, bro. You know what I'm saying?
man.
Cool, girl.
You know
Get the
what
fuck
I'm
out of
saying?
here now, bro. I'm ready
Fuck,
for
you
this next
just
bitch.
fucking
My
rip
bad,
shot
dog.
at me.
My bad.
There
My
you
bad.
go.
I guess bring her back in, bro.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta the path you walk, man. You gotta walk it.
Also, you know what it is, too? I might be slightly more inclined to grab a Fronto before I, like, if this was this, I would be smoking it to the gristle.
Oh, guaranteed.
So it's, you know, we're being just truthful here. I've been eyeballing that.
We're
that dark
subjecting each
thing.
other to each other's etiquettes, right?
And I fuck with it. You know, I like
we're
being
good.
called out for positive things. Let me go ahead and finish this.
There you
Send it
go.
back down the rotation.
Send it back. How you doing there, buddy?
Super high. I'm glad you can talk. I'm really thankful that
this is
you're
what I
able to
do.
just do it, and I can just sit back and listen.
No, I like
You
it.
know,
have-
you don't know, but I podcast too myself. I have my own podcast.
I checked out your videos. I know.
Oh,
what's up.
nice. I don't have videos, so I have just
Did
audio.
I see didn't I see videos on like YouTube or
What you
on
checking out?
Instagram? I don't know. I feel-
Instagram. He
How
was-
have I seen you
Yeah,
then?
nah, dog. You probably see me like, I post me on my stories. I don't post
Okay,
like
maybe there then.
Like I'm really bad at marketing
Tinder.
my own podcast. I'm really bad at like doing things for myself. I'm past that stage because I'm more on the like directive, like managerial stage now of things. Like I just want to, like, I can either pay or assist somebody to like complete them versus me wanting to like do it myself. Like I can probably not audio, but I can do video, edit it myself, but it's gonna take so long. I'm so overcritical of myself. I might not clip something that a lot of other people might find funny because I'm like, oh, I don't like how my voice sounded. And you're like, bro, that shit was funny. Like, so I overly critique myself. So I don't even want to go down that road of trying because I wouldn't produce as much as I feel like I would if I had a team of people behind me. You know what I'm saying? Like that could just assist me in this and that. So I could just do this, like just talk.
Do you do a lot of editing for your podcast?
Hell no, I don't. All my podcasts are press, record, post.
So
Because I
you don't need
learned
a team. What do you need a team for?
well to do more than just audio. So all I have right now is just audio. So I'm real good at sitting on a mic and talking to myself and my notes. I'm not good with the diverse listening, playing off, da 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 da. I'm good, but I'm not. I want to do that more than just sit in my house and talk about stuff. Like I want to now have a different perspective, not just be like me, but like, oh man, I never thought of that. Like shit, da 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 da. So let me pass this. But
Well, we can discuss things after. I'll give you my
we can
pitch.
for sure.
I'll
I
give
would
you my
say
pitch.
you're in
For
such
sure,
good,
for sure.
you're in such good hands with these two guys. Like they fucking.
You'd be surprised.
This guy's.
You'd be
he got
surprised.
it.
You're
my
gonna be
friend.
surprised, bro. I'm like,
No.
You're gonna be surprised.
I think we're both gonna. Well, this is no. Let me not say that. This
Tell
is
you
gonna be
now,
a
just
peacock
edit
in
it out because I'm not ready to announce it to the world.
Right,
world.
don't even say it then. Don't even say it then, cuz, so you don't even gotta edit it. So
I know, but editing is okay. I had the same mentality as you. I started off audio only, and I would not edit shit. I would just put music at the front and the back.
He has
Fuck
like
copyright
farting
shit.
on it and everything.
I would pick songs that are relevant.
Right, but
and
I do
then,
mine for educational purposes.
And
so
then I
keep it.
got so lazy. I was like, I don't even want to put music. I used to put
I'm
music
getting there.
intro, music
I'm getting there.
episode, music.
Fuck the music, bro.
All
You let the
different
waves.
songs. All different songs. It's too much. So I
Right.
just put one song at the
Right,
end now.
I'm there.
And then we started doing this podcast video, and I was like, I might as well fucking do mine's video
Right.
too. So I started doing that. Dude.
Oh, nice. But once you get it, you get it. So it's like I'm in school right now, and I even posted on like the HPU Snap, like, hey, if anybody wants to help me with my podcast, I just need like a sound person, maybe somebody who's good with video. I already got my own camera, I got my own mic. I'll support the equipment that
We'll
you don't
after.
have.
We'll talk after.
Right,
Take that,
but it's
take
like,
that message board down so you don't get fucking weirdos hitting you up. Just
nah, hit me up, bro, because I'll hit you back up, bro. I'm about to smoke.
But
I got time, bro. I'll tell you all types of shit, dog.
and you might
Hell,
get
y'all
people who aren't
banned, bro.
420 for be like, huh? But anyway,
That's fine.
I'm
If
down.
you're not 420, I respect that, but I'm respectful enough to be like, I don't want you. I don't want to feel like I got to accommodate your needs in the space where I just want to really get my shit off. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, man, I can't smoke because Sarah right here, da-da-da-da-da. Like, Sarah, your editing is great, but any nigga could do that. You know, you just don't smoke. So it's like, I want to be able to have people that are comfortable with all the things. I don't want somebody who doesn't like the way my thought process, like, oh man, he says he's too wild. Like, I would rather just not work. So it's like, but I do reach out. I feel like with the generation thing that you're talking about, it's real hard for people to see authenticness, because I posted this like, hey, I just need help. I'll feed y'all, smoke y'all out, whatever. Like, I just need like 2 people max. I'll make 2 podcasts, and they were like,
Well,
nobody said
you know
anything.
what?
I'm like,
I don't
whatever.
even
We
think
got
you
that
need
Weirdos.
covered. We got that covered, dude.
On that.
You're good.
But
Maybe if I went to UA, nah.
I think what I was trying to get, I think the
Go
point I
Sharks.
was trying to get to is, I was like you, and I didn't want to do minimal editing, and then I started doing some for funsies, like during episodes, not because we
I don't have
needed it,
fun.
not because we needed it, but just because it was a well-timed place to put something that was kind
fuck
of
is fun,
comical,
bro?
and it worked out, and now I kind of enjoy it.
That's nice. That's nice. I just
And-
need,
I'm gonna suggest a podcast for you. You should check it out. We do nothing. I'm not gonna do anything like this, but it's a great podcast with great editing. It's called "Take Your Shoes Off"
Oh,
by
nice.
Rick Glassman.
Oh, Rick Glassman? Who the fuck is
Yes,
Rick Glassman?
He's a comedian.
You don't know Rick Glassman?
You don't know Rick Glassman.
Wow.
Show him who
I
Rick
don't know.
Glassman
I
is.
see-
Wait,
as soon as it happened, I knew I needed to take this.
I gotta do this.
I deserve that.
Show him who Rick Glassman is. Okay, this is the part where we show that Rick Glassman clip, and then we'll edit it back in.
Oh, bam.
We're back. We're back. Here's the thing: we're not gonna probably do that, but
Oh, bro. Nah,
maybe I will. Maybe I will. But anyway, so yeah, check that out. Make note of that. Rick Glassman, Take Your Shoes Off.
He probably don't even deserve a laugh like that for real.
Oh, my God.
So if it's not funny, don't edit my laugh out.
We'll
Because
put
there's
the
no
sound
way
of.
somebody that's not funny deserves that kind of laugh.
We'll put the sound of turtle doves. Can you make it for us, turtle
I
doves?
can chop it up.
No, just make the sound of turtle doves, and then we'll edit
What
that
does
over.
what does the sound of turtle doves?
Just do a turtle doves for us. Do a turtle doves, and we'll just edit it
Oh, yeah, I
over.
have to do 2 people talking to me.
No.
Are you gonna do it or what?
We'll clip that shit in.
We
Fuck
did that
it.
once.
Nah,
You know,
we're not
I
jumping
like
back
what he
in.
did there, which was not receive any message at all. He was like, I'm not going to listen until somebody stops talking.
He took a step back.
I would have been like, I'm trying to fuck what? Wow. How? Blah, blah, blah. He was like, bro, look at me, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
One person.
That's boundaries right there. I like that.
My man.
That man got
The
nice
keepers.
boundaries. Are you single?
Absolutely not.
Oh, that's
As
nice.
You can
I
tell.
know.
I just let it fly past, you know.
Oh, okay. That's what's up, man. I'm happy for you. Are
Turtle
you in
doves
a,
always come in pairs.
a traditional relationship?
Yes,
Right?
sir.
Am I wrong?
Indeed. Oh yeah.
Would she be offended
Alright,
if I
moving
called
on.
her a turtle dove too?
Nah, not at all.
She's cool with it.
It makes sense.
She's probably a turtle dove. 2 turtle doves.
Right? Two
Yeah,
turtles,
yeah.
they fly in pairs, dude.
In a pear tree.
Even the real dirty ones. You ever see the real dirty ones? That was
Street
kinda cool.
pigeons, you mean?
Yeah.
They have fucked up feet. One is like a club foot.
Yeah.
I used to see them all the time in grease traps.
And grease traps?
Yeah.
Grease traps?
Yeah, it's a real specific story. I'll spare you
Rad.
the details. But they're all over Waikiki, all over town. They're all fucked up mutant birds.
I need to get outside of Waikiki
Yeah, I did.
eventually. You know, like
Do you live in there in Waikiki?
I live by the
You have to- you
Blaisdell.
have to say, oh,
Wait, you haven't answered my question though.
What was
do
your
you
question,
Where
Doc?
do you? You traveled the world. Where do you see yourself?
I kind of answered that, I think, but I didn't.
It was
finish.
very vague.
I don't know.
Right
if,
now-
I don't know if he really derailed and we didn't answer it, or if you just forgot,
I did
or
not
I forgot
completely
to.
answer it
Okay.
because I don't
Okay,
fully
thanks.
know yet. It's like based on I'm open. I'm not like I'm never moving. Like I'm very
Fantasize
open.
it. Fantasize.
Fantasize it. No money involved.
No. Why
I
is
don't know,
money
bro.
ever a thing?
I can't do that.
Don't set limits for yourself, my friend.
I
Have this,
I
have
cannot
this elaborate
visualize.
fantasy based on your actual budget. Go.
Okay,
Irvine.
actually moving out of my apartment. Downscaling. If you talk about my actual budget, wow.
I'm actually looking for a roommate.
I don't know. Like I haven't really like sat there and looked, but I would idealistically like somewhere with good weather. I'm done with snow. Like if I could not live somewhere with snow, like if it was snow, like if I say California, but I might not like California based on like the traffic and other things. But California to me right now would be a place that I could see myself potentially going. But I don't really know much about California other than the people that I fuck with from there are really cool. And I'm like, bro, I could live next to this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, what? You live like this? Is probably what could happen. But I'm not going to jump that. But I want to live somewhere where it's not overly crowded. Like I've always been in the boonies, for instance. Like we've lived off in the cut in the bigger houses, like, you know, in the gated communities.
Suburbs.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where educated people usually live, you know what I'm saying? But it kind of also took away from me exploring and experiencing anything because I was just at home and I wasn't like kicking it with my neighbors, you know, because so it wasn't like we were in like the city in apartments and like I took the bus with a bunch of people and I became friends with them because I lived there. I've never lived in one place longer than maybe 3 years, 4 years. Like I've maybe lived in a state for 5, but I've never lived in one house for that 5.
No shit.
You know, like I've moved my entire life a lot. So
How was that as a kid though? Like, you know,
shit was great, bro. What else is there to live for? Like, what am I gonna be jealous that you not doing shit with your life? Your family ain't got no motion. I want my family to have less motion.
You know what I'm saying? Like with kids, like they make connections with other kids in the neighborhood, and like
I
they
guess-
move away or a school for like a couple years, and they have friends, and they start to acclimate,
But-
and then they gotta go.
If anything, I guess I didn't really think about it, but if you think about it now, it kind of shaped me to how I am now. I'm very open. I'm very upfront because I'm used to just talking to strangers. Everybody's a stranger, so I'm not like, as much as I have anxiety, if I'm in front of somebody, I'm gonna talk, like because that's just what I'm used to. Like I don't know how long I have, so I might as well just accelerate this. Like I'm just gonna tell you everything about me. I'm not gonna wait 1 year and then be like, hey, da 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 da. It's like I'm probably gonna be here for a year, so whatever. Like I bond really well with people from time to time. If anything, I think it took away from me learning like basic street skills or basic like communication things. Like I'm very much hopeful versus I haven't had like a lot of like failures or like bad relationships to be like, oh, I'm prepared. Like, so like as I'm an adult, I'm way more thick about it. So I didn't have like longevity of experiences. Like I just had like quick people that I thought were the greatest friends, but it's like, bro, I didn't really even know that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if anything, it took away the allure of being a human in a sense. Like I don't really feel as human as humans feel.
You know, it's interesting because like I'm in total opposite, right? I was born and raised here. I left to go to college, but I came right back. You know, so like not well traveled. So like I've had friends that like I've known since I was little. You know, I've known you fucking forever, you know? So I just want to see how his view was, because like it's interesting talking to someone that was kind of essentially a nomad, you know, just like moving.
I'm willing to experience that. Like I would like that. If I ever had kids, I probably...
Would you do that if you had kids?
I probably would, because I'm definitely not going to be traveling as much as my parents would. I would want that. But I would also have my experience to give to them and probably learn with them through their experience of having longevity friends. Like, I'd be okay with being the parent that has the kids come over and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But you can't come over because your kid's bad as fuck and he fucked my couch up. So, like, I'd be able to, like, be in that situation and, like, control that because I've been so traveled, you know? Like, I would be down with living in one place that I find to be good and then picking up and moving somewhere else. Like, I'm fine with anything. Like, I just don't want to be stuck. So, and I don't feel stuck.
If you had kids, would you want that on them? Like, would you do that?
Hell yeah, bro. Fucking kids, dog. They gonna have to do what I'm doing, bro. They gonna be all right. The fuck? You mad that we moving, bro? Shut up. I ain't even like this house. I need a bigger place. It was always up. It was never like really moving down. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Like in Jamaica, like my dad was a pastor, so he was a pastor of a couple different churches in different parishes. And he was also the chaplain of the Jamaica police force. So, like, everybody in Jamaica knew who Fridays were. So, like, that was, like, me growing up in Jamaica was, like, always a positive thing. Like if I was walking down the street and somebody was about to, like, pick on me or something, like, somebody's parent would be like, no, that's Pastor Friday's son or da-da. So, it was always, like, a positive light on my parents. My parents, to me, are superstars. You know what I'm saying? Like one point, my dad got dropped off in a helicopter at a soccer field and walked to the backyard in our house. And I'm like, as a kid, I was like, look at this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like kids are like running next to me. Like, what the fuck does this guy think he is, Prince? But like, I think about it now, like, yo,
Kinda.
bro, like this, like they were doing stuff also just for themselves. They weren't just like parents. So they had lives. And then my mom ended up getting an offer to get a job in America. And I remember we all sat down and my dad initially was like, hey, we might have to split up. Like, you're going to go with your parents. And my dumb ass was like, I don't want the family to split up. And then my dad was like, oh, that really meant something. So, like, he eventually, like, moved from Jamaica with us. But then I hated that period because the nigga was always around. Like, I couldn't get away with shit. Like, damn, bro, I should never cry, bro. I wish. But it was good because imagine if I didn't have both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and imagine how exhausting that would have been on my mom to handle 3 kids in America, you know, like, growing up teenagers. You know what I'm saying? So it was like...
Are your siblings older or younger?
Yeah, they're older.
So you moved from Jamaica as a teenager?
I moved from Jamaica, I think, when I was like 14, 13, I think.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, like, a lot of that, but that was conflicting in my adult growing up is because I forgot that. I moved so much, I forgot, like, who the fuck am I? Like, I didn't have something to really go back to and stand on. So I was, like, thinking that I was, like, this American person or, like, da-da-da-da-da. So I had, like, a lot of identity, not really identity crisis, but, like, my foundation to who I really am and like stood on stuff was kind of like sandy, you know what I'm saying? So like remembering like, hey bro, I'm Jamaican. Like I'm, you know, like I grew up in a completely different culture. This is okay to me. Fuck what they think about it. So like once I started like, and nothing that I've learned is necessarily bad. So I shouldn't let an American tradition or an American like custom fuck with me because I don't like it. And I have like, it's okay for me to not like it, but I know why I don't like it, and to speak on it versus be like, I don't want to do that and be mad. Like, I don't really respect that.
So you're clued up with the indigenous island life, right?
Am I clear about it?
You're clued up with it, right? We're all in the fucking, like, you came from Jamaica, which is, like, that's your spot, right? Mm-hmm. You would claim Jamaica because you were there, say, like, 14 years, right?
Right.
So, like, that's pretty much your identity, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's safe to say, right?
Bro. Because, like, I feel like you have, like, 3 stages. Like, you have your childhood stage, and then when you move out the house, you have a different stage, and then when you decide to become an adult, that's a new stage.
Totally.
So it's like, in your realm, you're, like, in the 3rd stage of maybe, like, a 5-6 stage process. Like,
I get it.
where now you're, like, you're not trying to impress motherfuckers. You don't need to go to, I'm glad I can't think of any of these places, but down to Waikiki, the fucking play bar or some shit. You don't need to do that every Friday to feel like, you're like, bro, I have a family, I'm comfortable, I want to do this. Yeah. I'd rather go to sleep early and wake up to be with my daughter and teach her because I'm exhausted from that than exhausted because I'm partying all the time and
totally.
And like, so there's stages where you reshape your thought process.
Yeah. And you know, like, for me, when I look at that, I'm like, okay, your core values and where
need to
where
pass
you're
this
from,
blunt.
right? Your core values. Where are you from, and how were you brought up with the values you have today?
Right.
And that usually reflects on some kind of place that you're from, because culture, right?
So I'm Jamaican. Then.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying, like the indigenous culture of Jamaica, right? So like your guys' culture, how you guys bring up your children.
When you say indigenous,
So indigenous, the true definition of indigenous, right?
What?
pull up the
Is
definition.
So
I
like
guess.
Hawaiian, are you talking about Hawaiian?
Hawaiian.
And the indigenous of Jamaica is what? Arawat? Indian?
West Indians, yeah, I guess.
Okay. Well, I mean, I would say
I think that's the name of the tribe. I don't know, look it up.
Oh,
Tainos?
tribe.
Clue
I'm
me
not
in,
that.
and I
deep.
apologize
know,
if I
like,
was
Marcus
in-
Garvey,
Taino
Bob Marley,
Indians. What? I'm
do,
okay.
do you know?
Vibes Cartel. Oh, that's my knowledge.
Taino Indians,
Buji Banton?
Arawat Indians. Those are the Indians from the Caribbean before
Bro, my
slave trade
like,
got there and the
education to
Spaniards
me
got
is
there.
like,
Okay, so
Yeah,
But,
that's
I
the
mean-
indigenous people of the
well,
Caribbean.
I mean, I would okay, my bad. On
not
definition
wrong.
of indigenous, right?
It's
I'm
not
thinking
my
like
bad, I
you
just
were
don't know.
you were brought up, your core values. It's like where you're from, right?
Yeah.
And I look at that as being indigenous, like that's your roots,
okay.
right? So your roots and core values would
It's
be
definitely
Jamaican
Jamaican-
derived.
Right. Definitely.
Okay.
And I'm standing more on that now in the last like 3-4 years, and it's way more comfortable. Like my customs, how I like, like how I socialize. Like when I go to school, I'm very open. I'm very socialized. Like I'm an islander. I also had to like label myself as that. Like, hey, I'm also an islander.
Right.
Like,
And
I'm
that's
on
where
an
I'm trying
island.
to- yeah.
Right.
Right.
So I feel more comfortable in a place like this. You know what I'm saying? I don't get like too cross contaminated or like too much. Like I'm not sitting there eating poi or
Have you tried it?
no.
Oh, you should.
You should.
Oh, what's that? Kava? What's that? Like I haven't even
Ava?
tried that. I've heard y'all talking about that.
Kava,
Kava. I haven't
Ava.
tried that. The root.
It's alright. It tastes like shit.
It tastes like shit.
I bet.
But there's some places that mix it with like high concentrated juice that make it taste less like
Or
shit.
even like coconut water is pretty good with that.
I should have put a tip in this. And no diddy.
um,
But yeah, like so I associate myself with that. And like also like my background, if I had to go anywhere, it would be really my parents, like my living ancestors, so to speak. Like what have they done? What are they still doing is a reflection of what I feel like I need to be doing.
Totally.
Like
Fuck yeah.
like both my parents have double masters. I'm not finna do all that. But they have PhDs, but they're still very much doing people. Like you know what I'm saying. So like even when I sit at the house and I'm not doing anything, it like I have ants in my pants. Like I need to do something. I need to be educating myself. I need to prepare. Like you know what I'm saying. Like so. I'm very adaptable and I'm very much moldable and open for a position or whatever, but maybe like somewhere tropical for sure. Let's label somewhere tropical, somewhere where I can not spend $2,400 on a one bedroom apartment.
The Philippines.
Hell no! Hell no! You don't want me down there. You know what I'm saying? I am a
Yes,
sailor after all. You know what I'm saying? I've been there, bruh. I got my foot stamped down there in what's that? I can't remember. Angeles City.
there's not many tropical places within the United States.
So then I'm limited to.
Outside of the United States.
Hawaii
It's a
is like
pretty big world.
$3,200 for a fucking rent.
Let's even have this conversation. Let's say I was with somebody that had a job in a different country. I would be so down with that.
Samoa.
You know what I'm saying? Where?
Samoa.
Get a job for Hawaiian Airlines
Somewhere
and
bigger.
make your home base down in Tahiti where they have probably an airport.
It's so
They
expensive.
get airports in Tahiti, right?
It's so expensive.
Get a
in
good
Tahiti.
job.
I'd probably
at
live in
Hawaiian
Thailand
Airlines.
with some good Thai people. You know what I'm saying? I'm bangs with Thailand heavy.
Did you like Japan when you lived in Japan?
I loved it.
Is it cool? Where in Japan did you live?
No one had a bad experience in Japan, dude.
No one
Most
should
people
have
here
a
like
bad.
it.
The only person that would have a bad experience is probably like a bad Marine or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody
That's
who
so
did,
specific.
Somebody who did some fuck shit and then their experience was tarnished with like consequences or being put in jail. Like a lot of people, I feel like the weirder the person, the more enjoyable I think Japan was.
Oh, yeah?
Because Japan is like I had zero anxiety in Japan. Like everybody in Japan was so welcoming to me, at least.
Yeah.
Like they were so like in Sasebo, the first place I lived, they were so welcoming. It was like an older kind of country kind of vibe.
Killer.
I just like my first time I flew there, I lost my luggage. Like I didn't have any luggage at all, and they were still like they were just so empathetic. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like, bro, I'm not gonna be mad. Like look at them, they're so sorry. Like it's not them that. I think about this stuff too. Like I process this, which is probably good because they're very selfless people.
Yeah.
And also, they have the most top-notch 7-Elevens. You know what I'm saying? They're
fuck
bro,
yeah.
what? Like everything about Japan is like picturestic. Is like actually like when you go to a restaurant, like, oh, I want that. Oh shit, that's exactly
really
what
want
you
that
get,
shit.
bro.
It
Like
looks like it.
everything looks like they're very big on presentation. They're very big on like showmanship, and they're very like welcoming. They're also very like standoffish and tell you like no, like, and that's where some people like the Americans, like the military people, would have an issue with. Like we go down the street, like we go off the haunch, like let's go somewhere else and party. And there'd be places like, oh, I want to go to this karaoke bar, and there'd be like a guy there, like, no, and it's cool. Thank you. I don't want to go a place I'm not belonging. But like, oh, come on, man, I got how much can I pay? Like, bro, shut the fuck up and move on. You know, like that's disrespectful to their culture. Like, it's like, bro, they already have a limitation on this. They probably saying no for a reason. They probably chop you up and take your livers if they, well, who knows? But it's like, why push the billet? Because there's so many other things that is so welcoming to you.
And they're such good people.
I haven't
Like,
have I
they're-
passed
The
this?
thing is, they're easy to underestimate too because they're small. And they have nice suits on,
But they're workaholics, bro. They're workaholics.
and they're partyaholics
And
too.
right.
You can see that because
And
I can
right
say that in
after they work,
Japanese.
they're going there,
Yoshimura.
they're drinking their chew highs. Have you had a chew high?
No, I've
I had a
never been to
haichu.
Japan.
Bro, what?
I had a
I've
high
never
chew.
been.
I'm not
Oh.
going to tell you where to get it because then there might be none after that. So there's a spot around here somewhere that they have some. I get mine from time to time. But I ain't finna tell y'all.
Let
I'm
me guess,
gatekeeping it.
Let me guess.
Ichidiki.
No,
Itchy Dicky?
I'm gonna guess that it's on
Itchy
King Street.
Dicky?
Is it on King Street? Is it on King Street? Am I close?
Is it on King Street?
Yup.
I didn't work up my poker face. Hey, maybe.
Is it?
The cat's out of the bag
It's
now.
not. It's definitely connected. So that's why I'm like, damn.
Nah.
I'm rolling this.
All right, cool. Gatekeeper too, Thor.
Across the street from.
Nah, chill.
I have
You're
no
gonna leave a
idea.
landmark is crazy. If you put a landmark, everyone's gonna know.
No.
A chew high,
Shout out to True Farmer.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna roll a hash
And
hole.
you can't tell us the recipe?
The recipe for chew highs?
Yeah.
I think it's soju and something else. I'm not sure.
Is that Korean or Japanese?
I'm not sure.
They drink it in Japan though,
Hell yeah, all the time. You go to a chew high bar and they mix some shit.
and they shake it and hit it with their elbow.
No, that's
Oh,
something else.
I seen videos of that online.
I think that's soju just by itself as on some show shit. But you go to like a chew high bar and you get like pineapple, mango, pear, mint, all types of
Chew
flavors, and
high.
it fucks you up. It's
it tastes so good.
bro. It tastes so good, but it's so intoxicating, bro.
What is that?
It's like
I've
a
never
drink
heard
with a
of it.
drink. It's like two drinks put together. You don't got no Japanese friends, bro? Oh, chew high, I know.
I'm
I
everyone's
am
Japanese
Japanese.
friend.
Oh, shit, then you should know, bro. Know about your culture, cuz.
Fuck, it's alcohol, dog.
Oh, well, that's your culture.
Nah, I mean,
Yes, it is.
fucking- I thought you said you don't
Alcohol
drink.
is a Japanese culture. I was in the military, bro.
Partying is.
I was a sailor. Damn, bro, that's stuff, bro. That's a. I ain't even.
It is, yeah. They like work all day and then party all night
Bruh,
and then
they-
show up the next morning ready to fucking
Ready to go. Efficient machines, bro.
Who's that?
Japanese people,
Oh,
How
yeah,
do they
it's-
feel about that?
like the workers. But then you have like the construction people who wake up and like they do stretches together, and
Yeah.
they're all inclusive, bro. It's like because everyone's doing the same thing.
Right.
There's not too many like room shakers and like rebellious people that I knew of, because obviously I wasn't deep in, like, obviously when you go to Tokyo, then you have a whole every group had a big group in Japan. Every group of person in Japan had a bigger group that supported that group to where everyone saw it and it wasn't weird. You had like the anime people. You
There's
had
cultures and subcultures.
Bruh, it was so many things and it was all respected, all understood. You get on the train, you get everywhere, it's quiet, nobody's talking. You go order some the egg sandwich. Oh my god. Next if you go to Japan, go to
Yeah,
7-Eleven
I
and
heard
have the
about that
egg
shit.
sandwich. Oh my god, bro.
I
It's a
heard
very
about that shit.
polite society.
Very polite.
My
I
wife
lost my
went.
wallet there a couple times. They return it with more money in it.
What?
Hell yeah, bro.
My wife went and they saw
Nah.
these papers on the ground and it had names like drawing like writings on it. And they thought, oh, this is some interesting art installation. And they left, right? And then they looked at it the next day and there were people standing there where the papers were. And then they found out that that's what people do. They waited in line and when it was nighttime, they leave a paper where they were standing with their name and they go home, rest, come back the next day and they're lining.
Like that's the
Nobody
respect
fucks.
that they have.
Yes,
I get it.
Nobody fucks
I get
with
it. I get it.
where
I
your
get it. Like
spot in
instead of
line
camping
was.
out in a
cool.
tent all night, you can have the honor system, so to
Go
speak,
home
bro.
and just trust that nobody's gonna move your paper, and maybe they do. Maybe there are some
Citizen
assholes,
courtesy.
but
You know who doesn't have
Bruh.
citizen courtesy?
Starbucks has some citizen courtesy.
Oh,
You order on the mobile app and people don't take your shit.
I don't
It's there
fuck with
waiting on the
Starbucks, bro.
counter. I'm
I-
like,
I do.
"Ah."
I don't hate them, but I don't really go to Starbucks that much. I don't drink coffee. I do get like the
God, I love coffee.
the mango dragon fruit refreshers, but it's like I like juice. I don't really need.
falling apart, and I do not know what to do with that.
I have ADHD. I'll fix it. Medic, Dr. Remy will fix this. But yeah, I have ADHD, bro, so I don't need coffee for real.
I like going into places and still getting things. I don't like doing online orders.
I'm a lazy. I got places to go, man.
I don't leave the house unless I absolutely need to. I try to minimize my presence in the world. Like, that's how I feel about me. Like, if I'm on the road, I'm speeding only because I'm trying to get home to leave y'all the fuck alone.
Cool.
When I'm out, I usually try to have a list.
Respect.
I'm not trying to bother nobody. I'm very courteous. It's still like, that's just everywhere I've been that I take more positive things from life than negative. So I am the way I am because of all the positive experiences that I've
No, that's
experienced.
totally
in life.
fine, man.
I'm a very thoughtful person, you know what I'm saying? Like, I give my neighbors shit just because I smoke the hallway down. So I'm super nice to them. I'm just super nice to everybody. Unless you do super not nice stuff to me.
Totally.
Then I turn up one time, you know what I'm
The
saying?
universal rule.
Do no harm, take no shit,
That's the universal rule?
or actually do good and take no shit. That's cool. We need
To
more
want
people
to
like that.
others.
It's okay.
I think this is
When
a
was the
true
first
free
time you got
spirit.
high?
Oh, he
Man,
remembered.
the first time I got high, the first time I knew I got high, the first time, like, the first time I got high, I think it was back in, like, I feel like I was in Connecticut. It was one of my homeboys at the time.
Where your license plates are from?
Huh?
Where your license plates are from?
Yeah, so I initially did live in Connecticut. And then I got stationed when I was in Japan. I chose orders to go back to Connecticut. And my parents were like, oh, we can move back to Connecticut. So we all kind of stayed in Connecticut for a little bit there, too. And my mom's actually the dean of nursing at Goodwin College in Connecticut. So she's, you know.
Shout out
Shout
to
out.
moms.
Shout out to my mom, yeah, you know. But what was the question? What was I talking about?
When was the first time you got high?
Oh, yeah, so it was there. When I first lived there, I was going to high school in Bloomfield. I don't even remember the nigga's name. I don't remember too many people's names. That's a negative. I don't remember too many names, people, faces. People will come up to me, hey, remember this? No, I don't. But I remember smoking, and he was like, hey, man, you feel that? I was like, hell yeah. He was like, that was just the Swisher. So he sparked the Swisher ungutted.
What an asshole.
And I was like, of course I'm going to feel that, bro. It's something.
Nicotine.
Right.
Straight tobacco.
And then I remember he rolled up, and then we smoked. That was my first time smoking. My first memories of really smoking was probably in Nebraska, around the end of like high school when I started working at restaurants, and I met like friends like these
The
two white
restaurant
boys and
industry.
this nigga, and I was smoking with them, and we would smoke in the back of his car and listen to like Chitty Bang, and
Chitty Bang.
Damn, I don't know what the fuck
and
that is
Cabin
either.
Fever,
Cabin Fever?
Wiz Khalifa.
Oh, I know it's cool.
And Kanye. But I remember too getting smacked and going to Burger King, specifically ordering the rodeo burgers.
Word.
Bro, those slapped. Or going to like a burrito place. I think it was called like Albert. I can't remember the name
What
of
is
it.
what is the rodeo burger? Barbecue sauce and onion
barbecue
rings?
sauce and the onion ring. And it was cheap back then, you know, like it was supposed to be.
You're probably going to be mad at me for this, and I do mean to interrupt you because I want to tell this real fast.
Go ahead, tell your story, lady.
You can just make that at Burger King now. They don't call it that, but here's what I do because like I told you, I don't eat meat. Get the Impossible Whopper. What? Get a thing of onion rings. Get your own barbecue sauce, whatever you have at home or theirs, whatever, and make your own. Bingo,
That's too
bango,
much
bongo.
work. That's like growing my weed and smoking it. Nah, I'm gonna just pay. I'm cool with all of that.
I like that. It's so
But sorry, go ahead.
If I was ever stranded on an island, I would want somebody like you there with me.
We'll eat all the plants. We'll figure it out.
You'll know the plants for me to have to eat, and I'll just have to eat them because there ain't nothing else to eat.
I won't. We'll die.
Hey, but at least we'll die maybe slower than if it would be by myself.
Yeah, that's true.
And I wouldn't die by myself, and I'd have somebody else to blame for my death other than myself.
Yep. See this motherfucker?
Right, I should have never trusted
Eric the
this.
scapegoat.
Bruh, hell nah, bro. Nah. Goddamn
It was his
podcast I'm over
fault.
here talking about.
Sorry. Back to when
A
the first time you got high.
Oh, yeah, so then my memories of that was like doing that. But they weren't
Restauranting.
really like, it wasn't like oh, I really want to smoke. It wasn't like social. It was like maybe hit my homeboy's bong. I think the first time I purchased marijuana was, I think the name of it was Island Skunk. And I remember I was driving my parents to the airport and I had it hidden in like somewhere. And my dad was like, oh, it smells like marijuana in here. I was like, what? Like, let me hurry up and get these niggas out of my car. And I was like, this thing stinks. And that was like my first memory of like za. And then I went to college.
The
and
birth of za.
Well, it wasn't za. Yeah, it was probably like hydro or some shit like that. This was like 2008, 2007. Then I went to college. We weren't really smoking like that. And if we were, it was just whatever somebody was rolling. It was more like drinking. That's when drinking and friendship developed. But my, like, I think the highest I've ever been was probably the first time like I smoked like a dab. Like my homeboys used to dab way back in the day, like on like a titanium nail or something like that. And like that was like coughing and like falling asleep and then waking up the next day like smacked. Like bro, what? Like bro, totally. I feel it, dog. Like that was like my first time would probably be in Nebraska around my college days. For sure. My first time getting something that I was excited about was probably like when I got out of the military and I started my new cannabis journey. Was when I really like runts. Runts was like my thing. Like I saw it online, I saw it on TV. I was like, everybody's talking about runts. And then I like had runts, which I thought for a while, and then I really got runts. Like, I'm not gonna criminalize myself or anything, but you know, maybe I knew somebody that went on the dark web and got some runts for me. Let's say that.
I don't know nothing about dark web.
I don't know anything either, but it was real dark. But then when I actually got real runts, like runts from like a reputable person, like I was like, bro, like I see why people were like going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, people are still going crazy about the gelato, but like that was like my new start on like cannabis, getting smacked, was like smoking like really good stuff from somebody. Like when I first got my medicinal card, I had a local guy, I forgot his name, Gabriel or something like that. He was growing some stuff. I had some Skittles from him, some outdoor, which was fire.
Bring the mic closer. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Some Skittles. Oh, yeah, I hear that. My bad. Some Skittles, which was
Sorry,
fire.
Anu.
I had, I started like really liking strains and like terps and like understanding like real medicine and like actually people who care about stuff versus somebody who's just trying to sell some bags. You know what I'm saying? Like, trying real medicine from people who are growing, who like smoke it all the time and still get medicated from it. That's like real medicine. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff that you're not chasing a high from, stuff like the first time you smoke it, you're like, bro, like you can tell like it's a new strain. Like that's the wave I'm on right now for sure. But yeah, my cannabis journey, I think would really probably be more plateaued on the latter end of it, which is like since like 2020. So like I really wasn't like smoking, like it wasn't like something that I was like, I woke up and I was like, I need to do that. It was like the people I hung out with, they smoked, so I was smoking, cool. You know, like I was more like the comedian kind of guy. You know, I never really needed too many things to be the vibe. You know, like a lot of people like need to smoke to like, fuck, today was hard, let me smoke and chill. Like I was like a room reader, let me like be the vibe for the people, and that's my vibe. You know, like I don't like being drunk. Like I don't like that at all. Like I don't like the spins. And like it's pointless for me to get tipsy, so it's like a pointless hobby for me to spend money at a bar and just to come home tipsy. Like, cool, wow, I just spent mad money on a Long Island iced tea because that's all I know how to order versus like a cheaper drink or some shit. So it's like the thing that I really resonated with the most is this. Like this is like my thing. Like I really dove into. Like I feel like the strains, like the farm to hand kind of aspect of it, the people like growing noticeable things or phenos, like getting into that stuff, or tasting something from something else that I tried, or trying some of the old school stuff that y'all were smoking from back in the day. Like I'd never shy away, like, oh, I didn't have, like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I had that. Oh, I had that. I did
with the back in the day comment. This guy's not old.
Well, but still, a back in the day is before 2020. You know what I'm saying? Like to me.
True that.
So that's my back in the day on cannabis, because I wasn't really smoking it in the military. I was in the military for 8 years. I was in school. I didn't smoke in Jamaica, to probably answer that question that probably would come up, or somebody would wonder. I wasn't smoking in Jamaica. Like my parents weren't smoking, but there was weed around. You know what I'm saying? But it was like such a thing that was normal. It was like somebody riding a bike. I'm not gonna Like it was just normal. I would
It's not a
smell
big
it.
deal. There was no-
It's a culture. It's like
Yeah.
Rastafarians were smoking it. Normal people are smoking. It's just something. I think my grandpa was smoking it, but I was never like, oh, I want that. Like I think I tried a cigarette one time when I was a kid. I stole it from his thing. I sparked it up. I'm like, this is nasty. What the hell is wrong with this guy? And that was it. Like I'm not really like a, you know. So like I think when it started was like this like new medicinal stage of it. It was never recreational. It was like blah, but my medicinal stage is like when it really started getting interesting.
It wasn't until like growing it that I really truly understood. Yeah, I really truly understood exactly what it had to offer.
Yeah.
Because like we're all single faceted. Like a conversation we had earlier today, right? Like I look at people like, hey, this is my medicine. I'm like, well, you should be taking it seriously.
Oh yeah, I do remember.
Right. So like people that grow with the single faceted, like a good example, I can see herb. And I've seen it in a contest where there's a couple samples, different growers, but it tastes the same. What are the odds that a strain tastes the same? You know, highly unlikely.
Tastes like weed.
Yeah. A lot of it has to do with the same feeding regimen, how they're treating the plant, right? And I was telling you about the terpenes, right? How it comes out. There's no complexity to it because everything that they're giving them is all derived from the same supplier. So you're giving them this X, whatever it is, but
It's
it's
like a fast food restaurant. Like it's all gonna taste the
Exactly.
same no matter where you at. Like, yeah, I feel
chicken nuggets is chicken nuggets,
Right,
no matter it's
right.
Wendy's, fucking McDonald's. It still is fucking shit nuggets,
that.
right?
I feel that.
Exactly, dude. So like,
That makes sense. And I know, like, as a connoisseur, I know. Like, I'm not here to smoke your bullshit, bro.
Yeah, dude.
You know, like, I really want to, like, don't sell me your dreams and then, like, give me a nightmare.
Oh, totally.
For real, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm in it. I'm a patient. I have a voice.
Yeah.
Like, and I have more of a voice than if it was recreational because it's
Right.
kind of like, that's where the line gets thin and da-da-da-da-da. It's like, I didn't have a fun time at Six Flags. I want my money back. Like,
right.
what? Versus like, hey, this was my private party from your organization that I set up to come to my house, and I didn't like how you did this. So it's more of a critiquing situation for me, you know, because it's medicine. Like, you're not giving me this as a recreational thing. You're giving me this to cure my manicness or to cure my anxiety or, you know what I'm saying, to help my insomnia or to like whatever, you know what I'm saying, help my back pains. So it's like, I don't want to purchase something at a price because I've dabbled into like the grow knowledge and the grow history to where I respect a certain price for some certain something.
Totally.
Like if it looks a certain type of way, I expect a certain type of price. But motherfucker, I better expect a certain type of taste with it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I feel like out here, it's a battle of sex appeal versus like a battle of really pushing out some shit that's like, damn, this shit tastes like amazing, bro. Like it's just like fire, you know what I'm saying? Like I get a lot of people might have that, so you might not know what I'm talking about. So when I'm talking about that, I'm talking about like the high end, like the top shelf to exotic. I don't really smoke like the you know what I'm saying, the low end. Like on a daily basis, I'm smoking high end. So I'm basing it on that criteria, you know. So that's what I'm looking for. Like if you want to say, hey, this is some daily shit that's really refreshing, like I might respect that off of me knowing what growers do. So that's where that comes in. Like, oh yeah, let me try that out. And more times out of none, it's worked out. You know, I might not resort to that all the time because I'm bougie and I want to live a rock star lifestyle. But at the end of the day, I feel like I have a voice, and I feel like a lot of people agree with it, and they don't like to say it because they don't really feel like, oh, I don't want to I don't want this person to be mad at me, and I don't want to lose my medicine. And bitch, you losing it by like you're losing money, peace. And, like, there's so many other things that you're losing by not speaking up about those little things. Yeah. So, like, I'm a real big speaker-upper.
No, it's good.
About, like, quality.
I
You
feel
know
like
what I'm saying?
missed something.
No.
Nah, hell nah, bro. I'm still talking the same shit.
Quality is like
still haven't passed the
undeniable,
blunt
right?
either.
Like quality is gonna come out regardless. It's. Do you want?
You got to hold it on the...
Do you want the
That's too much
quality
work.
and the
Sit in
sourcing
here
of the
first.
quality to be healthy, right?
Yes.
So for me, my personal grow, what I can touch with my own two hands, what I'm going to consume is like something that I know that my farms would have. You know, like that's a criteria I would set for people that work in my farms. Hey, dude, you can't do this. You can't. This is not good practices. You
Right.
know, I want to do something
Have morals.
moral driven farming. You know?
Right.
If I'm not going to do it for my personal grow, I'm not going to do it for any other, other grow out there.
Right.
And then fucking my personal grow, like it's my medicine, and I hold it sacred. Like, yo, you hold it, you know. Like, I'm actually spending money on growing it because Hawaii's electricity laws prices are fucking through the roof.
Facts. Everything's through the roof.
Yeah.
Even the roof's through the roof.
Yeah, 100%.
Sorry, didn't mean to yawn.
No, so I gotta deal with all that shit, right? And then I gotta fucking economically, it has to be more feasible than for me to buy it.
You didn't let me finish. I said, sorry, I didn't mean to yawn, but that shit was fucking boring. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
All right, you're gonna like this.
Yeah, I like that shit. Sorry, that was a rude way to interrupt you to like that shit.
Yeah, kiss my ass, Eric.
I can see why people think you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny, though.
What? Only because you take it back.
Huh? By saying
Like,
that,
just kidding. Like, all right, you
Just
fucking
kidding.
dweeb.
Just
Like, if you
kidding.
just said it and moved on, like, ha ha ha, it'd be like, all right, cool. Yeah. Like me, I don't apologize about shit.
Like, I don't have to apologize for the joke. Just let the joke be the joke.
Yeah, man, I don't do too much apologizing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what
If the joke was asshole, you just took it wrong. Fuck you.
No, that's a good point, and it's a good thing to talk about because that is a thought I have. Like, what if Kalei's too sensitive to like not realize that I am just kidding, and he's like, "God damn, that was mean." I'm like, "No,"
But I feel like you guys would know each other more than the average person because you guys have such an intensive background to where those little things might
Intensive
really
background.
just be whatever because he
True.
knows.
But my
So if anybody knows you,
run
it's
deeper than our friendship.
right because you see
I
you
love.
more than anybody else. You're like, oh man, he probably hates me because da da da. But he also has seen you more than the average person. So he's accepted you, obviously. You know what I'm saying? All the things about you. He probably knows more worse things about you.
It's true.
And all the best things about you. And he's still here standing, you know, sitting 10 toes down with you. He fuck with you, bruh. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks, I need to hear that.
I
Thank you.
fucks with you, bro.
Thanks, bro. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh,
So don't-
that makes me feel good.
So don't beat yourself up too much around these kind of people.
Yeah.
Like, be yourself more around these kind of people. Because these
I'm
are the
pretty-
kind of people that are going to critique if you are getting a little bit in your head type shit.
I'm pretty good about like not doing
I
that
think.
kind of stuff with people I
know.
know can't take it, but
Yeah.
I want to do it so much. Like there's so many times I'm like,
Sorry, Granny, but that was fucking
was-
boring.
like that wasn't like I don't even
Ejectocito, man. I have been learning to get out of conversations like that because I've usually approached things already in combat mode. You know what I'm saying? To where like I could be like, all right, bro, I'm done with this. Like I can get off the phone when I want to. Like nobody's gonna hold me hostage.
Eject the seat.
Because you know what I'm saying? Like I'm really good with that kind of stuff now. Even in social moments, like when somebody's like, I can really cut it off. Like, hey, listen, thanks, no thanks.
I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go. Have a
Yeah.
good day. Yeah,
Like, my life is way more important to me right now
that's a
than
skill
to hear
because
your
a lot of
thing.
people
That
can't do
is.
that, and you just watch them get sucked in, and it's like
I lived with that, you know, or with talkers like my dad, my parents, church people. You sitting in the car waiting, and then they talking like, all right, they leaving, and now you see this other church person. Wow, like these niggas about to talk for the next 30 minutes again. So I know, like I always like, bro, I will never be like that. I'm going home when I want to go home. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like that. I'm a big kid about that type of stuff. Like when I want to go home, I go home. I rarely drive in other people's cars, and if I do, I'm Ubering. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like to be trapped in that sense. So I'm really controlling over that because it's my peace. You know what I'm saying? And it's a trigger. You know what I'm saying? It's a sensory thing. So I don't want to put myself in those positions when I don't need to. Right. Like I can have fun for 2 hours. I don't need to be here for 5. You know what I'm saying? Let me have my 2 hours and leave, and you guys can do your 5 and talk about the same 6 stories you'd always talk about. But I'm coming for the vibes and I'm leaving.
Were you always that way? And I'm wondering, like, the advent of Uber and this ride-sharing, era, like, did that help a lot? Because now you don't have to drive and you can just leave when you want.
You know what helped, honestly? The military. Because when you're in the military and you take leave, like I was in Japan at that time, we had a lot of restrictions. We were on, like, we had to be back on base at 11 o'clock. And you couldn't leave base until you had certain qualifications or were a certain rank. You know what I'm saying? Best believe I got those qualifications hella fast. But at the same time, it also was good for me because, like I just said, things are better in doses, bro. Like, why are you drinking till you can't walk back on a fucking ship? And now, like, you know what I'm saying? Or why are you drinking till you can't walk back in your house? So you walk back in somebody else's house because in Japan, nobody closes their doors. And now you're sleeping in some old lady's fucking bed and she wakes you up and you beat her ass. Like, things are things that have happened. You know what I'm
Take a shit
saying?
in your yard.
Like, why are these things, like, why do you need to overdo it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, I understand more now because I'm a lot older and I was a lot more judgmental, like, back in the day. Like, because it wasn't affecting me. Like, damn, nigga, why are you drinking so much, bro?
You want
Like,
to hit that joint, my friend?
Oh, shit, my bad, cuz. My bad. You told me to talk.
You can talk. You can talk and smoke.
I do the same
try.
thing.
I gotta get you.
I'm
man. We
listening
gotta
to you,
go.
and I'm finding a lot of similarities to you. I'm just not as open with it, which I feel like that is one of my problems. Is I'm not as like.
Bro, fuck these people, bro.
Yeah,
they
fuck
either
these
gonna love me
people.
or hate me, dog. I want to
that.
know. Put it on the table.
That's true.
You know
They
what I'm
are gonna
saying?
love us or
My
hate
bad,
us.
Mango. I didn't mean
Mango
to
was like,
startle her.
what?
God damn.
Someone at the
Put it on
door.
the table.
He was like dead. She was like dead asleep and fucking was like knocking.
She's ready for whatever. She's like, damn, these niggas still talking, bro. Fuck. I mean, I brought you a treat. Could you pass me that? I brought her some ice cream. You know what I'm saying? I think about the people that
Puppuccinos?
I'm taking a inconvenience. You know, she loves being home. So I'm like, if I'm gonna have her out the house for a long period of time, let me at least bring her a treat.
How does she do it? Smoke. Like,
She loves it, bro. Sometimes she rolls me up a joint.
All right, cool.
I wake up
We've
and there's
had-
a joint on the table. Like, goddamn, Mango, you did that for me?
We've had people with dogs that they don't really. It was a lot for them with all the smoke in here and stuff.
Yeah, she be chilling. I also don't just be like blowing in her face. Like, she's
Well,
had a rough upbringing.
hope
You know
not.
what I'm saying? So smoke is the lightest issue.
Is
in
she a
her life.
rescue dog?
Yeah.
Right on.
Mango's a good girl.
She's also a black dog, you know, so she goes through the struggles. Thank you. So she knows. But let me.
Is that an ice cream made specifically for dogs?
Yeah, it's Yastiaz. I'm not gonna say the name, but it's Yastiaz. You know what I'm saying?
Cool. Mango deserves it. She was a good girl. She sat
deserves it.
here
She's a black baby.
the whole time.
There you go, mamas.
Question: have you tried it?
Me, hell no. What the fuck? I look like a dog? I am a dog. Woof, woof, but not one of those.
No, I'm not implying that. I'm just asking, like, just out of curiosity. Because I saw you open it, and just from the glimpse I got, I was like, that shit looks like real fucking ice cream. And I'm sure it is real ice cream, just minus the good stuff, like sugar or...
I have seen videos of people consuming it, but I'm not one of those. Like, you know, people who get, like, dog collars, they're like, I didn't get the dog collar until I tried it on myself. Fuck that. If I see that shit shock you...
No. I'm not talking about
cool.
that. I'm just saying, like,
No, just, comparison. I guess a bad
that
one.
looks good.
Where's the trash at?
Right in back of her.
But, what was he talking about?
I did ask the people who work at PetSmart if they try the dog treats, and they said, yeah, when we get bored and we're hungry, we'll eat one. They said it's
weirdos,
made with the same exact ingredients as Oreos.
Without
and,
the sugar
Just
and-
without sugar.
Soy then, yeah? Or is it
Just
That's
boring.
part of the interview.
creams?
Which one of these treats
Less-
do you think a
less sugar.
golden
Oreos are
retriever
vegan,
would
though.
like?
Oreos are vegan.
Oreos are vegan.
Oreos
But
are
they're still
vegan?
disgusting, yeah.
What you mean they disgusting, though?
They're so bad.
I mean, they're
for
bad
you.
for you. They're delicious. I love them.
Disgusting in a bad for you way.
Yeah.
Okay, I stand behind that. Okay. You like sea moss and stuff?
No.
Oh, not the
Wait.
sea moss.
No, I don't like sea
What's
moss.
that mean?
Oh, I've heard of it. I've never actually met somebody that actually.
I'm black,
fucks
bro.
with it.
That's what the blacks are all doing.
I was saying, wait a minute.
Nah, it's like a.
He wasn't black though. He wasn't black though.
Oh my God! Let me not put y'all in an awkward
What does
position.
sea moss do?
The people that I've heard from it's like
Tell
it's
'em.
from the sea. It's sea moss. It's moss
No
from the
fucking
sea,
shit.
and it has a lot of nutrients. It's like a superfood, and it's like a lot of stuff. I don't really know. I just like this is everything that I do has a pattern, right? It's kind of like I don't really know just how much. Like, oh, it's good. How much?
I'm the same way.
I'll
like,
try everything once.
Same.
You know what I'm
Same.
saying? And some of my friends take it and they're living good lives. So I'm like, shit, I need to take that too because they're living their good lives. My homegirl, her mom makes it, so I try it from her. You know what I'm saying? It's extra love put in it, so it's great.
Right. Try it out.
But it's like I don't do a lot of healthy
What do
things.
you drink it?
You drink it. You can put it in
powder?
anything.
A
It's
powder?
no. It's a. I get it already. It's
like a
it's
syrup, right?
I get it in like a applesaucey kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Texture. It's like blended with like a flavor,
has
or
tastes
or it
good?
can be blended by itself with no taste, which is normal. You could put it in anything, but it's like a super thing, you know?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Full of antioxidants.
Yeah. That
Well,
stuff.
What
Yeah.
what we're doing is like we're focusing
Fighting free radicals.
more down on the fucking food chain, right? Instead of like, oh, we'll eat the fish, like eat the fucking sea
But
moss.
I still
we're
it's
going straight for
it's
the
like
sea
the
moss.
full balanced kind of thing, or it's like I feel like it's based on the world of like it's based on the world of
Iguanas.
alcoholism and stuff like that, and you're like, all right, shit. At least if you're killing your livers, at least put this little thing in you. So it's like, it's kind of like a
Quick
survival
fix.
tactic. So like, we resonate to a lot of these things a lot more because we're not putting these things in our body a lot. Because a lot of the people who are already doing some of these things, they might not be on CMOS, or they're already CMOS is so minuscule to them in their journey, and you know, Like jackfruit, for instance, a lot of people make actual foods out of. Do you?
No.
Have you tried?
I've tried it. I don't really like
Yeah.
it.
Oh, so you just don't like the taste of jackfruit?
Well, a lot of the
texture.
thing is people are thinking about sustainability, right?
Word.
So, okay, if we eliminate all the predators from what we consume, big fish, right?
World.
To crustaceans, and we go down the chain, then we're left with the sea moss, right? And now that's a farmable product. So it's like, oh, it's super sustainable. It gives us all the benefits as if we're eating the higher ups. So I think it's more of like a sustainable fucking.
Hell yeah, and I'm sure somebody on the
Direction.
island probably does sea moss and stuff like that. Let me know. I'll try it. But
Wait,
the one I
jackfruit
got
is
is
ulu, yeah?
No.
No. Sorry, my bad. My bad.
talking
Thank
that
you.
talk. But yeah.
A vegetarian are you?
The kind that eats like shit.
So when did you become a vegetarian?
The year was 2012, maybe 2011, 2012, around there.
Okay. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Can you grab
10
those
years?
mangoes, please?
Well, like
13 years?
Yeah.
Glad I thought about that shit. Do you guys have forks by chance?
I have chopsticks. And
That's fine.
Your dog
Chopsticks.
knows how to use forks.
She know how to do everything, bro.
Let's do chopsticks?
Chopsticks?
Don't you need a thumb for chopsticks?
Not even. Not with dog paws.
Do you
No,
eat? Do you eat rice?
I eat rice.
You love white rice?
I love white rice and brown rice, and then they mix it together. We call it hopper rice. Wild rice. I'm
You know
half
what?
white, so my mom introduced me to wild rice soup.
It's probably a healthier alternative. There's little things I'm more opposed to now as I grow up and I realize that I'm growing up and I'm still here and I probably should take more care of myself. That I'm like, okay, I can try that now. Like half and half would not kill me. Right. You know, like especially if I don't overseason. It's like certain things if I limit or like limit in a certain diet sometimes, like not being gluttonous, like buying a bunch of shit that I don't need anymore, or like selling shit that I don't need anymore, or giving it away. Like I feel like those are like just things that I'm starting to be more okay with. Like, you know, like that's just part of life for real. Like, you know, not being wasteful. You know, so I'm getting to a part of cleanliness. Is sometimes it's just sporadically all over the place. I haven't really focused on one specific topic or like specific lifestyle that I need to really stop.
Well, speaking of rice, I don't even know which one is healthier, and I don't even know if it's good for you at all.
The one made in the rice cooker.
Zero carbs is supposed to be the way to go.
It's so fucking empty as far as carbohydrates go.
But with
Bro,
like,
but it's so filled with love, bro.
with
It
everything
is.
out here
I
in
love
Hawaii,
rice,
you have
dude.
to have rice.
You have to have rice. When I go to Yippies, you know what I'm saying? I get that white rice, double rice, double mac. You know what I'm saying? I get down.
Ooh.
I get down, but I shouldn't all the time.
Poi will save your life.
What is that?
Poi is the best. It's you want to talk about superfood? That's as superfood as you can get too.
Kalo.
Kalo.
Where they have this
Taro.
poi at?
You can hit up Uncle Kawe at Kahana Cultivation, or Mana Ai has some. Where else, Anu?
It's very
Boy?
specific. I was gonna say everywhere.
Holly Poi Factory down on the east side.
But yeah,
You get down with the poi?
I grow the poi.
The poi boy?
Yeah.
Oh, what is this? Is this the thing you be mashing
No,
and
you don't
beating?
yank. That's the one you swing around. There's two poi balls. That
Ain't
the
it?
Kiwis
Man,
do.
just give a real answer.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. It's the papa and the
This
pohaku,
motherfucker.
and then they hit it,
Rob.
and the
What does it taste like?
it tastes like, you ever had mochi?
Bro, no,
That's a
but
good-
I'm
that's
just
actually
having
a
a
good one.
conversation about this.
It's
I don't know that I can envision the texture, but the only mochi I've had is cannabis.
Oh, like infused kind.
No, it's
Oh,
weed
the
named
weed
mochi.
mochi. Oh, shit.
The strain.
go get yourself some good mochi.
I might
Just
not like it. I already like a lot
try
of
it.
shit.
Be
Like, I like
adventurous,
bread
my
pudding.
friend.
You'll love the name.
Oh, if you like bread
Chichidanko.
pudding, you're gonna fucking love that.
Okay, so it's like close to the.
It's that gooey texture, that like sticky texture.
Okay.
It's a lot stickier than bread pudding,
Yes.
but still sticky.
And then they powder it so it doesn't get attached to you and get stuck to you, and you can move it
I
around.
like it sticky though. You know
It's
what I'm saying?
doughy. It's nice,
There we go.
and it's made
What
with
is,
rice. Go figure.
Chopsticks. Where are
Oh,
these?
fuck, my bad.
Yopsticks.
Are you really
Sorry.
getting chopsticks?
No, you don't.
Oh.
Oh, you're
What-
rule, huh?
Now, what is it?
It's mangoes.
Oh, I usually don't like people eating in. If you can chew
you're
not
right.
onto the
oh
mic,
shit, you're right. Oh my god. But you know, like
He's my boss.
in my cannabis world, I do this to like reset the palate.
is this a thing I've heard of? This, tell us about this.
I also
Tell me
do
more.
it because I'm not like able to maybe eat like hard food, so it's still putting something in my stomach so I don't crash out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like some people might put something or heavier, like maybe a coffee or so it's like just like to sustain yourself while you're smoke. Like I smoke a lot, so you know, like I don't also eat. So I didn't eat before this, so it's like sometimes it's good to like reset your palate. You know, your throat might be burnt. Like some things, like these acidic things, sometimes can help reset your palate. But also, your point is also
I feel bad.
very understood. Like I get it.
The man's dying here.
No.
And
But
you're
I get it
my
because
screen etiquette.
no. I get it because of the chewing and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm saying like
If we
I
could
get
just
it.
Not do it into the mic.
No, I feel that. I'll just have a few. You know, the Jamaican in me is screaming.
Yeah. I totally get it. Have you ever heard the thing about like eating mango when you're high increases your high?
Yes, like any kind, like juice or just yes. I did hear that. I did hear that. We're gonna find out now. Like, are we gonna be elevated? Like this
Do
thing.
you usually use mango as a palate cleanser? Or is this just new?
No, I try to have. Well, I'm Caribbean, you know, so I have fruit around. So it's like it just makes sense to have it because I'm smoking. So I try to add this as one of my healthy alternatives.
Yeah.
I'm really not hands on. Like it would be cheaper to buy mangoes and cut it myself, but you know my history, so. It's easier for me to just get it. Like, I'd rather get this than a bag of chips if I'm going to go out and smoke somewhere. Like, this would be...
That's super healthy.
Yeah.
How much does that cost, if you don't mind me asking?
I can't remember. Maybe $8. I think it says $8
Dude,
on
that's
here.
the same price of a bag of chips, too.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, like, way healthier.
And it's filled to the brim. See, I almost did exactly... It's filled to the brim. Like, it's like a bag of chips that you squeeze, and it's half of it.
That's like 1.5 pounds, probably.
It's up there. I got some guava, too. You want to try it?
Nah, I'm good.
You don't want to go against his own rules, but thank you for breaking the rules. I feel special.
Yeah, I mean.
But this is a smoking situation. You know what I'm saying? You have to add to the.
I do understand it too. I get it, and that's.
Or just do it on your own time. Like try it. Add it to. Thank you. You're welcome. Itadakimasu.
I might take one later. Or no, he just got you one. That's fine.
If
I don't want to share.
You're a farmer, man, you'd be getting some delicious mangoes. And you wouldn't be spending that much money.
There's a lot you could.
Dude.
I'm down for it, bro.
This town, I gotta say, shout out to Pro City and their fucking mangoes. Unbelievable.
But also, I don't like leaving my house and going places, bro.
Well, you should.
There's a farmer's market at the Blaisdell every Wednesday, and I've gone to it twice in 2 years.
Yeah?
And every time I went, I was like, damn, I should go more. But it's like...
You know how you seek your weed? How you have this standard echelon for your weed? You should put that same standard towards your food, too.
And it would be more understanding because I already do it somewhere else. Yeah. I get it. You're right.
Easy to translate.
Which is why I go to Whole Foods.
What I would do is
it's better than going to
use IG and flex on IG the good food you find from farmers. Give them the stimulation.
I do. I got this from Fresh Farms. Fresh Fancy Farms or something like that. One of my homeboys told me about them.
Yep.
That's a local place. You know what I'm saying? Like supporting local.
Yeah, I do.
But if there are farmers and stuff like that has delicious treats, you know what I'm saying? Like specifically mangoes, guavas. Mm-hmm. What else? I'm not really an orange kind of guy. That's a lot of work. Soursop. I like soursop. Oh.
There is plugs with soursop.
Yeah,
I'll get you plugged up with guys.
But sometimes the soursop is too messy, you know, and that was something like my mom would do. It's like
one time, take out the seeds, skin it, take out all what you need, blend it, and preserve it. That's a good way to hold.
Right, because if I take a chunk off, then I have to eat the whole thing. Or like, I
spend the whole time taking all the seeds out.
Don't eat it like a kid. Eat it like an adult. Got it. Like don't.
Plan.
I'm like, what am I gonna do?
I just put it in a container and I just put it on the side. Even like you mix cream with it and shit, and a little bit of sugar.
What kind of cream?
You can make any kind, heavy whipping cream, whatever. You can make a good kind of ice cream out of it.
Yeet.
Like a super simple ice cream, man. Put a little bit of salt in there.
Ice cream.
My kids have
you
been
like
into
really?
ube
You be in the
ice cream.
house, bro.
Mm-hmm. I'm just like you, dude.
I
don't
do
need a
so
fucking
many
house.
things. I feel like
he
honestly,
could do a food critic or thing too. Like this fucker loves to eat.
I just do. I feel like I experience burnout a lot because I do so many things little bit by little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So like if like maybe like somebody like cleaned as much as I cooked, I would probably cook more, like or be more handsy on doing these things. Like I have all the appliances and shit like that. I'm an Amazon whore. You know what I'm saying? I'd be buying all the shit. Like I have a food processor.
Yeah.
I have the blending thing. Like I have all types of shit that I try to implement into my diet, and like instead of buying like snacks, try to buy like actual foods and like eat those foods as snacks, or like cook better things.
And
like,
we're not perfect. Like I fucking
no,
catch
yeah,
myself
but it's
slipping all
so
the
much
time.
easier here for me to do these things because I'm here. So it's like I'm complaining about something that a lot of people complain about and don't really have access to. I'm on this island, bro. Like, I could do all those things that I'm saying. So it's really just me getting out there and doing it. Or actually somebody knocking on my door with it. That'd be
Well,
cool.
yeah, that's the thing here too. You could probably
Hey, I
find
got all your groceries. Thanks, man. Here's $50.
here. You could probably find somebody that you could get your medicine and your mango from at the same place.
Hell yeah, and the medicine better taste like that mango.
The shitty thing is just that you have to probably leave your house.
Well, you know, you.
I
like,
hate leaving the house too.
just
though.
like me too. But I view it as like grocery shopping, weed shopping. It's all the same, right?
And honestly, it's more rewarding at the end of the day when you do it and come home and now that's what you have. Versus
Exactly.
think about it and then be like, damn, it's 9 o'clock. Let me go to McDonald's.
Yeah. Or you go to Costco and you buy a shit ton of stuff that you know you're not gonna fucking finish. So your freezer's packed full of shit, and you're never gonna get to that because it's out of sight, out of mind.
I'm kind of good with. I do Sam's Club. I'm a Sam's Club kind of guy, but I do like Costco, you know. But I do get like the chicken and stuff, and I make like curry chicken or like I do cook like traditional like Jamaican meals, and then eat leftovers for 2-3 days. Like I'm totally okay with that.
Yep.
If anything, I love that because it's like so homey. You know what I'm saying? But then I get burnt out after cooking like 3 days a week for a month, and then for like 1 month I'm like DoorDash, like fuck. But so it's like,
Well,
you know,
once a month, that's a good thing though. Like you don't spend too much money, but you treat yourself.
oh,
because
but you do on DoorDash.
you
out
do.
here, though.
But I mean,
Bruh.
if you were to do that for every meal, you know.
Yeah, but then I know what, like, if I want like McDonald's and I'm buying McDonald's for 2 people and I want like 3-4 things because my mind is so big, and then I get it. And then I look at the bill, it's $60. I know I could have went to the grocery store and bought $60 worth of groceries and just cooked a better meal for 3 more days.
Yeah.
So that's what hits me sometimes. But you know, like we try, and you know, half the battle is knowing. So
Yeah. And
I ain't-
that's
I ain't
why,
tripping
like,
about
I
it too
look
hard.
at these middleman supermarkets and shit. And we're like, oh man, fuck, I'm gonna pay all this taxes, all this shit. When like, bruh, this town, if you were to drive around this town, there's mango trees everywhere.
and
Fucking-
Forerunners.
And Forerunners. Yep. Toyota made a killing on the islands, dog.
Actually, you know what? It was so embarrassing. My parents came to visit me, I think, like last year, and they were bragging and boasting about all this. Like, oh, we got this, we got that. I'm like, bro, I ain't got time to leave the house. They brought me back like mangoes, all types of stuff. She's like, you know, there's a mango tree here, and blah, blah. I'm like, bro, I don't leave the house. I don't. It's just, it's I got my social battery is just drained.
Well, no, you know what? You should do it. Your social battery's drained, but you should charge it with your soul battery, right?
Oh.
And then you go out, and it sounds very fucking hippie of me, but it's kind of true. Go out and then like go watch where your food comes from. Just make it a little hike. Make it something that's like just for you. You know what I mean? Like nobody involved. Fuck everybody else. It's for me. Now I'm gonna do that and just give like maybe an homage. Is good workout. You know what I mean? You get to look at everything, and I'm trying to do that as well. Like I'm practicing that shit because I've noticed a disconnect with my food. You know,
Yeah.
as I try to do the business, I fell off of my farm a little bit. So my food, you know, the eggs I get, everything from the farm, all the kalo, veggies, all of that I take for granted now.
You make your own eggs? I mean,
Yes.
you have chickens?
I have a duck right out here in the front, and then I get duck eggs.
How big are duck eggs?
Substantially bigger than chicken
How do
eggs.
they taste?
Very good.
Do you have some?
I don't right now. She's kind of giving me some attitude out there in front, though. But the French use duck eggs for their baking because it's a lot more rich. And you'll get more body out of your baked goods. And I suck at baking. My girlfriend's like the shit at baking. And, I mean, dude, that's like the French secret right there. So if you're making brownies, just use duck eggs.
Bro, I've never had duck eggs, but I bang me some duck eggs.
It's
I've had some
fucking-
Peking duck, though.
It's fucking
You know what I'm saying? Some
fire.
roasted duck.
Oh, yeah.
Duck eggs.
Yep.
Yo, next time you know what I'm saying? Think about your boy. You know what I'm
Guaranteed.
saying? What else you
Guaranteed.
be growing, you know?
Oh, I gotta get my farm going, but
Let me
I got
see,
a whole
what
bunch of
do
shit.
I need to add more greens into my diet,
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
And you know what? In your apartment, I can teach you to grow your greens. You don't have to fucking go out. You can just grow
Vertically.
it right there. Vertically, horizontally, whatever you... In a tote, you can grow your own lettuce. And then you can have lettuce fucking forever.
I want name brand lettuce. Give me that iceberg.
You see?
Grow your own iceberg.
I'm making no homemade sandwich. Yeah, give me that
Good.
iceberg, baby. I should.
Yeah.
I should.
Every human being should actually do something like of one thing.
Because what if there's a zombie apocalypse or something?
Not only that, the next generation is going to see that, and that's a regular thing. So that's going to not only continue but multiply.
Right, like in schools, there's certain schools now that are trying to do like gardening and all those type of things for kids, which I think is genius.
Especially
I've thought
people,
about it.
urban areas like where you live in the city, right? You don't have access. You don't want to go to a farmer's market. If you had something that looked nice that's inside your apartment that gives you food, like, I mean, fucking, that's a win-win.
And then if you have extra, you can
Sure,
give
it sounds
to
like a
your
woman to
neighbors.
me.
And give your neighbors if you have extra.
Something that looks nice and gives you food sound like a woman.
Man, I mean, this is like
me.
renewable to the fucking fullest, man. You don't have to travel out. You know,
But you're right, and
everything
it's healthier. It's like it's more self-efficient. There is no argument to that, you know. And also, it's not that my lifestyle is so busy I cannot do it. So
and economically, I can tell you how it makes sense, right?
You don't like to leave your house anyway.
Right. No, you're right.
Materials is like maybe $40 in materials, and then you think
Maybe
about how much lettuce.
Maybe after I declutter, I got a lot of sneakers and
Yeah,
shit around
I mean,
my spot.
Did you go to sneaker cons or did it totally?
Hell
side
nah,
around?
I got a sneaker con in my own house.
Oh,
no
I
shit.
took my son.
But that sneaker, I mean, yeah, that's great.
It was fun.
I'm like done. I don't go out as much anymore, like I said. So me buying all the shoes is pointless to me now. I used to buy, like, once I started working, my sneaker journey started because my parents used to buy me Payless shoes, which to them is up there. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing wrong with that. But obviously, when you get out into the world, there's something really wrong with that. You know, kids make fun of you. So my parents were like, if you want better shoes, get a job. As soon as I turned 16, I started working, and I spent all my money on sneakers. I was that kid in high school who had a different pair of fresh Uptowns every 3 weeks. Like, I had new school shoes every other month. Like, that was like, I started like, so I started getting like J's. I worked at Foot Locker for a while when I was in college, so I started having like a bunch of that. So yeah, like sneakers, I got a lot of it. But I grew up. I wore comfortable shoes once, and I realized, damn, a lot of these J's are trash, bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, I got some
so
Yeezys,
true.
or like I got shoes that actually were supposed to be shoes, and I was like, bro, I've spent so much. Like, but in Japan,
You
it's like
wonder why dads are all wearing New Balances.
bruh, it makes so much sense now. But I was just part of the culture, and in Japan, it was so much easier. Japan's a big sneakerhead culture too.
Yeah.
Like, I would go to Tokyo and like go to like 3 different stores and try to get this shoe and this shoe and this shoe. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like, nah, whatever. Or some of them, the glue's out, because when I was living in base housing, I had all my sneakers in the garage for like 3 months. Bruh, all my phone posits started. So it's like, now the shoes that I care about are shoes that are comfortable and that I actually wear. Like, I wear like a lot of Yeezys and stuff like that, a lot of dad shoes now. So like all my J's and my collection is kind of like pointless now. So it's like, to go to one of those to me is counterproductive.
It was our first one. And I think it was the first time it was here.
But you got a reason
Maybe,
to
maybe
go.
not.
I feel like it's.
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
wanted
they've
my
been
son to experience it, and they were fucking just like going everywhere. They were going nuts.
That's fucking gnarly. Since like high school or college, I stopped wearing fucking shoes.
What? You've been barefoot your whole life?
I've been slippers, dog.
Oh.
From a kid to high school, and that was it. Like, even in
Slippers.
high school, like, fuck, bruh. Barefoot. Yep. Barefoot a lot. That
You
fucking
can
work.
get away with that in a lot of places in Hawaii.
Yeah, totally, dude.
You know what I mean?
But like,
The sign says no shoes, no service, but they don't really enforce
well,
no
I never
shoes.
liked my
Got bad
feet
service.
constricted by shoes up until I played sports, and
Feet
then I was
prison.
like, oh fuck, I need really good shoes. Like,
Yeah, once back pains and actually walking places and just knowing, like, just comfortability. You know what I'm saying? Like, just instead of trying to be cool and wearing shit that I don't even play basketball. So like, a lot of those shoes are just not even like comfort shoes.
Totally.
It's just a hype kind of thing, you know, like, and
Yeah.
I was already deep in it. But now I still like I still have an intensive collection of some stuff. I got some shit on me, you know what I'm saying?
I
My
gotta
son's
say, if
gonna
it
have a
wasn't
lot
for
of little sizes when he grows up.
if it wasn't for going barefoot and stuff a lot growing up, I thought my ankles playing sports would give out a lot.
Word.
My knees would fucking like give out because I see people rolling their ankles.
Oh, all the time. But they still do it to this day, trying to be fancy still.
I contribute a lot of that to being like barefoot as a kid or wearing slippers and
Nah, you
actually
just-
like fucking
Foot-
running
Just
and
uncoordinated, dog.
Like
I'm
getting
so
foot
You know what I'm saying?
strain.
You're not
and
quick with it. You're not quick on the feet.
fast twitches and fucking
You
full.
just got a green thumb.
full
You don't got
flex.
a titanium ankle.
This guy used to play volleyball.
Oh, that's what's
Super
up.
athletic. Yeah, dude.
But it's good for your son because he's gonna experience the sneaker world all over again.
Yeah, it's
Like,
new
it's
to
coming
him.
back. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like it's semi oversaturated, but there's so much diversity now for him. It's not just J's, and da da da. Like New Balances are like elite shoes now, and like all these companies are starting to put out shoes that
Is New Balance
are sought
elite
after.
shoes now?
Bruh, hell yeah, they got like New Balance came out with a fleet of shoes in the last year that are top notch, bro. New Balance is
She's
putting it
on
down.
top.
Like, bruh, trust me. Every brand has some shoes that you would wear right now.
The last time I fucking wear
every
New
brand.
Balance, I
Not
remember
Fila.
rolling my ankle. Like, boop. It's like the soles were too narrow for the shoe itself.
You got
So-
wide Hawaiian feet.
My feet are wide, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it just seemed like how the shoe was built, like the sides would allow
But they
my
have a
feet
lot
to-
of shoes now for every foot size. Like
It's
every foot size
crazy.
matters now. You know what I'm saying?
But Asics was my favorite shoes, just because like
Asics is fire now too. I can't even make fun of that shit no more.
dude, Asics
That's comfort.
is fucking good shoes,
Asics,
man.
Hoka, that all those shoes that you'd be like, oh, those are old people's shoes are shoes that matter now. You know what I'm saying? Like all the athletes are wearing it. It's comfort. It's
Like you probably will buy it just because you like it and it
Bro, you're
feels good.
probably
And,
buying it because
and then
you're
people are gonna
walking.
be like, those are dope shoes.
right.
Thank you. They're very comfortable.
Every time I see people, every time I see these big fat back shoes is what I call them now. I'm like, bro, those probably are super comfortable for
Like
that person.
with the thick heels.
I don't even make I'm down with comfort, bro. I'm super down with comfort. Like if you want to wear the shoes with the isolated toes, cool. Like I'm not,
Yeah, and
That's
like
age. That's age for you. That's
if I have to opt between shoes or no shoes, 100% of the time, no shoes for comfortability. But if I have to do like a hike or like we're gonna play ball or something, then yeah, I gotta put shoes on.
Right.
Even like skating, like I couldn't wear shoes skating. It felt like
so
I would-
opposite.
weird, dude. I felt
It
like I
is
couldn't
weird.
feel my board. Like,
I'd be so afraid to scratch my feet up.
bruh, that was the last.
But you
thing I
weren't doing like
fucking-
tricks and
you're
like
just an indigenous
kickflips.
creature,
I
bro.
was just carving the bowls.
Yeah, you were
That's
doing
it.
kickflips. I was doing like tricks and shit.
Yeah.
And I feel like the opposite. Like if I do go on a hike in like the forests up here, I would want to go barefoot.
Nah.
I worry about slipping on a root and then another twig going into my foot,
I skated
especially if
for
it
a
gets
little
soggy on a wet hike. You know,
I never thought about that.
and getting sick
I
off
just
of
thought
like
it's cool to be in
it's
grounding.
Cool.
It's grounding.
Oh, you fucker! You
But
went there,
no,
Grounding is a thing, though.
dude. Okay, all right.
Thank you.
I'm a man to admit I was wrong. At first, we had this guest on. She's talking about grounding, and for me, I'm like, whatever.
But you already do it.
Wait, so I went to Big Island and we walked to a fucking pretty special place. Took my slippers off, that little rubber thing that was separating me from the earth. Fucking just stood there. And I was like, holy shit, there's some plausibility behind this.
Yeah, you felt the vibration, baby.
Yeah, man. I admit I was fucking wrong. I'm an asshole. And
Yeah.
I will do that fucking forever.
It's like having like big wheels, or like having like what is it? What's the rims, like the low rims?
Low pros?
Low pros. Like it's a big difference. You're gonna feel. So it's like, some people like it, some people don't.
It's almost like it gives you like a little plug-in to what that whole area is about.
But yeah, it's like respecting Earth in itself.
Yeah.
Like something that's been here so long. Instead of shutting the idea that it's plausible, why not even try it? And usually 9 out of 10 times when you try it, it gives you something.
No, yeah. Shout out to the homegirl, man. She taught me something, and it was cool, man. I was like, oh, fuck, this is pretty dope.
Yeah, but it's something that you were making fun of in your head. Not really, but you were already doing.
Mm-hmm.
You were already touching Earth with skin. You know what I'm saying? You were already out there getting
Skin
that
to skin
vibe.
on
Hawaii kids grow up differently because we do play a lot outside barefoot.
I used to play
As
outside
opposed-
barefoot too, dog.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, cool,
Bro, I'm
cool.
from a third world country too. I'm from more third worldy country than y'all.
Yeah,
you
you're
know
right.
what
You're
I'm
right.
saying?
You're right.
Totally.
More to the
You win the
mainland.
battle with third world
yeah,
country.
motherfucker.
man.
I
What you
forgot.
talking
I was
about?
thinking more mainlandy.
My foot
Yeah,
touched third world
I'm bougie
country.
now because I know what it feel like, and I don't want that.
And you
But
know,
I was-
some people are like, yeah, I'm Jamaican. And they're like, I've been
for
there
them.
fucking 12 months. I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, whoa.
Or their parents, but I mean, I can't knock nobody's
Ethnic-
upbringing in the household.
Totally.
But a lot of the times, it's
Totally.
really just them attaching to the hype of it. They're not from. They don't know, like their skin doesn't ooze like that. It's just like, oh, I love
That culture's
oxtail.
not in
Oh
there.
man, I love oxtails.
love
Like, bro,
oxtail.
fuck
Oh my
out of here.
God.
Like, it comes with something different. It comes with a how you approach life and how you. It's like how y'all feel about being where y'all are from. You know what I'm saying? Like, I represent a culture that is a prideful culture, a culture that is given, a culture that is educated in their realm of like honesty, being like people, sharing, giving. When we had people visit our island, we were being nice to them, overly nice, like giving, sharing, welcoming of their culture. Like there's other places
How
that don't
everybody
really bang
should
like
operate, man.
that. Right. And I feel like obviously there are bad sections in everywhere, but like I know the good. I come from the good, so I ooze that.
To do that again, were you hitting your vape just a second ago? Yeah. I heard it beep. Should I do it? Yeah. I just wanted to confirm.
Oh, that's like, is it
You guys
like
hear it?
time for it to change or charge?
Yeah, that was a signal. We got to wrap it up. We've been going for 3 hours.
Oh,
so
wait, yeah, let's
that's
get out of here,
perfect.
bro. Niggas gotta eat.
So tell everybody where they can find you, your podcast. Shout it
On
out.
Earth. So my podcast. Yes, my podcast is called Righteous Indignation Podcast. It's on all streaming platforms. It just type in Remy Friday. It's me. That's my name. You can find me on Instagram on King_Remy. And the link is in my bio. Not those kind of links. But yeah, I'm there. I'm trying to branch out more. We're gonna talk later. I'm gonna be branching out more. Giving a voice to other platforms and doing more things. What I'm saying? A lot of people have been telling me to do it, so I'm planning on doing it. Just hit me up. I'm here. I have like 43 episodes already on my podcast. Nice. So I talk about all types of stuff. I talk about mental health, cannabis, school, relationships, life, trauma, all types of shit. So it's a vibe.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
It's a vibe.
And you, Guru?
The Grow Guru Hawaii, and coming soon, the Guru Grow Supply.
Ooh.
Yeah, online shop. Come check us out. We're working on a little upgrade in the studio, and a little upgrade in the brick and mortar shop. So
You gotta smell that. Too.
let's work towards that and cross our fingers, guys. So
I feel that.
I'm glad everyone's here with the journey, and I appreciate everybody being patient. But at the very least, we'll have the online shop coming up. We'll have delivery free, $20 delivery. Fucking drop off whatever you need for your grow at your doorstep. So come check us out.
It's cool. You don't have to leave your house.
Right? Are you gonna drop out the grow at my doorstep?
No. Can't talk about that. Shh.
Like the greens, like the lettuce.
Oh, yeah.
Tomatoes.
I can teach you how to do it yourself.
My bad.
I ain't got time for that, dog. I got the world to save, bro. Just grow me my little vegetables, bro. I got the world on my shoulders. This is how I feel about things. Like, I cannot grow doing way too many things. I'm moving way too many mountains, bro. Just grow the shit, fire for me, and I'll be thankful.
You know what's sad, though? The state of Hawaii made it to where caregivers are no longer a thing.
What?
So people
I
can't
don't have
grow.
a caregiver no more?
People can't grow for you, dog.
Oh, I mean,
Well, 2025 is just going to come into action.
Oh, okay. I knew that.
Okay, so that's that right there. So we got to prepare for that.
Real fast, since you brought it up, what about patient-to-patient transfer?
None, dog.
God damn it. All right, well, you can find me at Voice from the Planet on everywhere. It's my podcast, YouTube, everywhere you get your podcasts, Instagram. Yeah, check it out. Turtle Doves. Shit, my bad.
Yeah, Turtle Doves. IG, you just said it. All the E's are 3s.
Right.
Suck them up.
Like that.
Go check him out. Give him a follow. He's a great follow on
Yeah, I
Instagram.
got some cool people, man. I fucks with y'all.
Thanks, man. Thank you for coming by. We got to do our little outro where we shout out our sponsors, if you don't mind sitting tight real quick.
Go ahead, shawty.
Ready, set, go. Mills pays the bills. No, Mills pays the bills. MillsNutrients.com. Go check them out for all your nutrients needs. You can find them at the Guru's Grow Supply.
Yep, Premier Biosynthetic Nutrients, brought to you by Mills. So come check us out. We'll be online. Also, Pakalolo Farmers, the best company in the fucking planet. Check them out, pakalolofarmers.com or IG Pakalolo Farmers.
I know them.
Yep, Meat Lux for all your Wagyu needs. Lamb this time? Not yet.
No, not yet.
Not yet. Anyway, but yeah, Wagyu, and then also Brutal Mars Arts for all your graphic design needs. They made the logo.
Don't forget our buddy Jay at Hybrid
Yes.
Collective with this beautiful art. Go check him out. He has fucking nice heady pieces. Check him out. He'll take care of you. Local guy. Support local. And Hybrid Collective down in beautiful Waialae.
Yeah.
Nice.
Beautiful Waialae. Kaimuki. Beautiful Kaimuki. Keep it Kaimuki. And
it
also, shout out again to, what was it? Print Shop Hawaii for the giveaway bong you won.
Shout out to Weed Maps. Thank you guys very much for the gear.
I should have did that.
Talk story soon, guys. And then,
That's for y'all.
yeah, I think that's it, huh?
Yep, that's it.
All right, guys.
Thank you
Shout out
again.
to Moon Rabbit.
Oh, and shout out to
Appreciate
Bud
you, guy.
Naked. Yeah. Fuck. Our bad.
Shout out to Bud Naked.
I fucks with Moon Rabbit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Thanks,
Meat
everybody.
Looks, I fucks with them.
All right, you guys. Thank you again.
All right, guys. Peace.
Thank you.
Clap it out.